Mae sgorio wedi dilyn y twrch trwyth i Rydaman, ond nid byddin Arthur sydd yma pnawn ma cofiwch, ond adar gleision y gorllewin. Ie, os ydych chi fel ni yn caru pêl-droed, yma Aberystwyth ydy'r lle i fod pnawn ma. Pêl-droed cyngrair y cenedloedd rhwng Twrci a Chymru i ddod maes y law, ond cyn hynny 32 o diman cystadlu yn rhededd rownd Cwpan Cymru JD sy'n mynd â'n sylw. A da ni'n cychwyn yma ar y rec wrth i Rydaman o Gyngrair De Cymru croesawu Haverfordwest o uwch Gyngrair Cymru. Ie, croeso i chi adra ato ni heddiw. Croeso hefyd i Siôn Myredydd sy'n cadw cwmni mi ar ochr y cae gydol y pnawn. Siôn, mae gennym ni dipyn o benawn o bêl-droed o'n blaena ni heddiw yn does?
Oes wredd o bêl-droed. Dydych mlaen i'r gêm yma nawr ac wrth gwrs wedyn Cymru yn erbyn Twrci.
Ie, y gêm fach honna i ddod yn y man. Mae o werth atgoffa'n hynna'n Siôn hefyd. Os ydych chi'n edrych ar y tableiad Cyngrair y De ac uwch Gyngrair Cymru, 20 o safleoedd sy'n gwahanu'r ddau dîm yma pnawn yma.
Ie, ond allai unrhyw beth digwydd mewn gêm gwpan fel dyn ni'n gwybod. Ond Haverford, mae'n rhaid i weid, maen nhw ar hediad da. Trydydd yn y tabl ar hyn o bryd, amddiffynol yn arbennig o dda tymor yma. Felly, mae'n mynd i fod yn anodd i Rydaman.
Ie, a fel ti'n dweud hefyd, welson ni, yn yr ail rownd yn do, mae unrhyw beth yn gallu digwydd yn y gystadleuaeth yma. Gadewch ni atgoffa'n hynna'n rwan o'r gema y pnawn yma. Sawl un o'r rhain wedi cychwyn erbyn hyn am 2 o'r gloch. Neithiwr un yr un oedd hi ar ôl 90 munud rhwng Lido Afan a Treforys. Felly cicia o'r smotyn amdani a Lido Afan yn mynd â hi. Y gêm yma i gyd wedi cychwyn erbyn hyn. Da ni yn cychwyn fan hyn ar y rec am 20 munud wedi 2. Dros y dudalen wedyn, mae'r gêm rhwng Cambrian United a Llandudno yn cychwyn am hanner awr wedi 2. Siôn, y cwestiwn mawr, lle fydd y siocs pnawn yma, os o gwbl?
Ie, anodd gweud. Fi jyst yn edrych ar y tabl fyna. Met Caerdydd erbyn y Seintiau Newydd, jyst yn meddwl...
Hwna'n sioc, ti'n meddwl?
Wel, jyst disgwyl falle i'r Seintiau Newydd curo Met, ond oherwydd y gemau Ewropeaidd, y schedule sy'n gyda nhw fel petai, falle bod sioc bach fyna. Met Caerdydd hefyd, welys i nhw wrthos diwetha, ond nhw'n dîm da.
Dwi'n siŵr bod gen ti hefyd sawl atgof o chwarae yn y gystadleuaeth yma. A pnawn fel heddiw yn dod â hynny i gyd yn ôl i ti, Siôn?
Ydy, ni'n digon lwcus fel chwaraewr i cyrraedd y ffeinal. Ddim cweit yn ennill ar y diwrnod. Oedd Wyn Thomas yn y garfan yn yr un tîm y fi yn y diwrnod ni. Ond mae'n brofiad anhygol chwarae'n Cwpan Cymru a cyrraedd ffeinal.
Ie, wel, un arall sydd ag atgofion melys iawn o chwarae yn y gystadleuaeth yma yw Wyn Thomas wrth gwrs. Fe gododd o'r gwpan hefo Llanelli yn 2011, bellach yn reolwr ar Rydaman ac yn gynharach. Ifan Gwilym gafodd air efo fo.
Wyn, ti'n gynenillydd ar y gystadleuaeth yma gyda Llanelli. Atgofion melys o gwpan?
Ie, atgofion special. Oedd y tîm arbennig o dda. Oedd y diwrnod special yn Pac Ysgalet. Oedd e'n mwy felys achos nilon ni meiddi Bangor City ar y dydd. Ond amser arbennig o dda. Oedd pawb yn Llanelli yn joio'r amser gilonid yn gilydd.
Yn y rownd diwetha, tymor yma, curo tîm o uwch Gyngrair Cymru, un arall yma heddi, ond getre, mae'n mynd yn achlysur da'r clwb.
Odi, beth bwysig oedd y gêm getre yn ymwedig y cwpan achos ni'n gwybod bod cymuned mynd i bod yma heddi. Maen nhw gyd mynd i cefnogi y tîm Rydaman. Oedd e'n bwysig i ni cael y gêm getre achos mae'n helpu gyda'r paraturiadau. Ni di edrych ar Haverford, maen nhw'n neud arbennig o dda. Mae Tony Pennock wedi gwneud jobyn arbennig o dda eleni. So bydd yn gêm galed i ni heddi.
Gêm galed, mae ymddiffyn nhw mor dda ar un goren uwch Gyngrair. Sut mae Rydaman yn mynd i torri nhw lawr heddi?
Wel, gewn ni weld. Bydd e'n 90 munud o gêm galed, ond newn ni trial ei orau. Mae chwarae digon dad yn ni. Gobeithio allan ni troi lan ar y diwrnod.
Diolch, Wyn.
Iawn, dim broblem.
O Siôn, Wyn Thomas yn y fan yna, ddim am roi gormod i ffwrdd o ran y tactegau sut maen nhw'n mynd i dorri Haverford i lawr pnawn yma. Ond yr ail rownd na, yn erbyn Aberystwyth, Trechi Aber o'r uwch Gyngrair o gol i ddim, un gol gen Callum Thomas. Rhaid i chi roi bob clod iddyn nhw am eu perfformiad yn y pnawn yna?
O'n i lawr yn y gêm na fel cyfnogwr. Yn y ffodus i Aberystwyth, wrth gwrs, yn colli, ond o'n nhw moyn y gêm fwy yn y marn ni. Wrth gwrs, mae Aberystwyth yn mynd trwy cyfnod anodd gyda newydd y pwyntio Cobeziero, wrth gwrs, ond ar y pryd Dave Taylor oedd yn cymeryd yr awennau. Ond unwaith geilon o'r gol na, gol gynnar, fe o'n nhw'n tipyn y drech yn y dyfrynnu.
Wel, pan ti'n edrych ar bethau yn y cyd-destun yna, fel ti'n dweud, Dave Taylor wrth y lliw bryd hynny, ond oedd Aberystwyth newid gyda Caernarfon a bedair gol i ddim ganol wythnos, yn dyddan? Mae'r
gyngrair, mae pawb gallu curo'i gilydd ar hyn o bryd, mae'n anodd iawn darogan pwy sy'n mynd i ennill. Felly, mae yna gyfle da fan hyn fi'n credu i Rhyd Aman.
Dwi eisiau sôn hefyd, o'n i yma yn gynnar bore yma, ac un o'r chwaraewyr oedd yn cyrraedd ar y pryd oedd Lewis Reid, gynt ar lyfrau Ipswich cyn Covid, ac oedd yn dweud, dwi wedi chwarae mewn gemau mawr, dwi wedi chwarae mewn achlysuro mawr, ond cerdded yma heddiw yn ei bentrau hun ac yn gweld y camerâu ag ati, pawb wedi cyffroi ac yn edrych ymlaen. Mae'n rhywbeth special iawn o hyd am Gwpan Cymru.
Ydy, fel chwaraewr lleol, ti'n chwarae flaen y camerâu fan hyn y pnawn yma, mae'n gwpan, mae'n achlysur, a fel ti'n gweud, chwaraewr o safon fe yn cael nerfysrwydd yn ei fola fe, mae'n gret i weld.
Ydy, yn sicr weld, ni wedi clywed gen reolwr y tîm cartre. Beth am i ni clywed rwan gen reolwr yr ymwelwyr, Tony Pennick.
Tony, first of all, congratulations on being manager of the month for October. Nice to have recognition of where the club are at the moment.
Yeah, it's a team effort, you know. I'm fortunate to have a really good group of staff at the club. The chairman, the board have backed me. It was a tough month for me personally in October, so for the boys to step up the way they did and all the staff, it was a great bit of recognition for the club.
Welsh Cup today. Last round was a close one. Expecting a tough opposition today?
Yeah, Ammanford a very good side. You know, obviously Griff leaving early in the season after being here so long is tough for the club, but you know, with Wyn and Sean at the helm, you know, they've steadied the ship, and you know, they've been performing well. I watched them last week against Caerphilly. We played them in pre-season, so you know, they're a team that we know quite a bit about, but we know how big a test this is today. And you know, with the number of Cymru Premier teams already out of the competition, you know, a lot of people are excited about the cup this year, and we'll give everything to get to a final.
I was going to ask about that. Maximum 5 teams from the Prem in the next round of 16. How much of a priority is it? Because it's a good opportunity to win the cup.
Yeah, it's huge. So, listen, it's one of the oldest cup competitions in the world. We spoke about it in the summer with us losing a place in Europe this season as well. You know, there's 3 ways again into Europe. You could look at probably one of those is out of our hands, you know, in terms of the strength of TNS and Penabont this season. But there's 2 others, and this today is a massive opportunity for every club left in the competition. And we're no different to anybody else. You know, we'll do all we can to get through today and hopefully be one of those 5 Cymru Premier teams.
Diolch, Tony. Bob luck.
Mae di dechrau glawi a fan hyn rwan, Sean. Fydden nhw'n licio'r gwair lyb yma prawn yma, ti'n meddwl?
Mae'r candrych yn arbennig o dda. Ni siarad Tony Pennick yn y gêm, a fe digon hapus gyda cyflwr y maes.
Wel, o'n i am ofyn i ti am Hwlffordd nesaf, achos dwi'n meddwl un peth sy'n taro chi y tymor yma amdanyn nhw ydy'r record amddiffynol na 9 llecyn lan mewn 16 o gemau. Maen nhw mor gadarn yn y cefn yn dydyn.
Ydyn, ond wedi ildio 8 gol, ond un o ddwy newid yn y tîm pnawn yma. Not yn dod mewn yn y gol, Tybown ar dyletswyddau rhyngwladol. Felly, mae 2 chwaraewr sydd yn gadarn ac yn, fel ti'n gweud, yn amddiffynol wedi bod yn dda yn ystod y tymor.
Amddiffynol yn dda, mae rhaid i mi ofyn i ti, y pen arall i'r cae, Sean, ydyn nhw'n creu digon o gyfleoedd?
Ond wedi sgorio 20 o goliau yn y tymor hwn. Felly, mae yna marc cwestiwn o rhan y gallu i gorffen y goliau a cymeryd y cyfleon. Oedd
yn broblem yn sicr yn y rownd diwethaf, doedd, yn erbyn Thomas gorffen yn ddi-sgôr ar ôl 90 munud ac wedyn yn gorau mynd i gicio'r smotyn. Neb yn disgwyl iddyn mynd i'r gicio'r smotyn. Fi siŵr bydd Tony Pennick ddim eisiau hwnna pnawn yma, felly mae rhaid yn nhw gymeryd y cyfleon pe maen nhw'n dod. Wel, un arall rwan sydd â digon o brofiad yn y gystadleuaeth yma wrth gwrs ydy rheolwr Cymru ac as ar y botwm coch yma ar sgorio Mark Jones. Mae o rwan yn cadw cwmni i Ifan Gwilym.
Diolch, Nicky. Jonah, atmosphere is already building nicely here. How important is an occasion like this for a club like Ammanford?
Oh, it's a great occasion for Ammanford. You know, they're playing against one of the best teams in Wales at the moment, and it's a Welsh Cup. It's a massive occasion for Ammanford today.
onto the game, Haverfordwest, with best defences in the Cymru Premier, maybe would like to have scored more. Ammanford, quite the opposite. There's goals here. How do you see it going?
Well, for me, Ivan, that's the beauty of the Cup, you know. Like you said, they're really watertight at the back, Haverfordwest. And Ammanford are scoring goals in their league, you know. Can they score against the big boys today? That's what the Cup's all about.
Shock or not here, I want to talk about the Welsh Cup because there's already been a few shocks. 4 teams from the Premier being beaten by lower tier opposition last season. It's a good edition of the Cup.
Yeah, it's incredible for me, you know, because the Welsh Premier clubs is so important. It's a route to Europe. Win 5 games, or maybe 4 or 5 games, and, you know, it's almost like £250,000. It's a massive incentive. The Welsh Cup is a massive incentive.
Well, if Haverfordwest win, they'd be only one of 5 maximum teams in the last 16 from the Premier. A good opportunity for them to go further than they've ever done before, which is the semi-finals in 2005, beaten by Carmarthen.
Yeah, that's right. It was a marvellous day that day when Carmarthen defeated Haverfordwest. Sorry if any Bluebirds are watching. But yeah, it's a big incentive for them to get to the final this season. You know, you always look at it, maybe avoid TNS, and they will be one of the strong favourites to get to the final.
Diolch, John. I'll let you go back up to the commentary box. Diolch, Nicky.
Diolch I ti, Ifan. Wel, mae'r glaw wedi cyrraedd yma ar y rec. Gobeithio bod chi'n sych ar y soffa lle bynnag ydych chi'n gwylio pnawn yma. Mae gennym ni bnawn o bêl-droed am blaen ni Twrci yn erbyn Cymru I ddod yn y man wrth gwrs nes mlaen pnawn yma. Ond cyn hynny, Cwpan Cymru sy'n mynd a'n sylw ni, felly dewch yn ôl ar gyfer yr hanner cynta rhwng Rhydaman a Hwlffordd mewn cwpl o funudau. Croeso nôl at ni i'r rec yma yn Rhydaman wrth iddyn nhw baratoi herio Hwlffordd yn rhededd rownd Cwpan Cymru. Maes y law pnawn yma, mae yna gêm o bêl-droed rhyngwladol yn does. Cyngrair y Cenedloedd, Twrci yn erbyn Cymru yn dilyn ni am hanner awr wedi 4 yn fyw ar S4C. Mae yna gôl wedi bod gyda llaw yn rhededd rownd Cwpan Cymru. Gôl gynta'r pnawn ar Barc Stepenheath i Llanelli yn erbyn Pil Gwenlli. Bradley Gibbings ar gôl yn fanna. Sean, ga i ofyn i ti, dwi'n siŵr ar hyd y blynyddoedd, ti di chwarae ambell waith, mae'n siŵr gen i, yn erbyn Wyn Thomas. Sut gymeriad ydi o?
A fi wedi wario gyda Wyn ac yn erbyn un gair, Marmite, ond fi'n hoffi Marmite.
Dwi'n a hefyd fel mae'n digwydd. Sut reolwr ydi o? Sut reolwr neitha? Achos mae o'n newydd i fewn i'r swydd i bob pwrpas yma yn Rhydaman ers mis Awst. Lle oedd Griff Harrison yma am 12 mlynedd o'i flaen o? Ie,
20 mlynedd, hwnna'n amser maith mewn rheolaeth. Felly, mae'n gyfnod o newid o fewn y clwb, a fydd Wyn hefyd yn dysgu lot yn ystod y cyfnod fydd yma nawr.
Wel, da ni'n edrych ymlaen i weld sut mae pethau yn datblygu ar y cae pnawn yma. English commentary is available this afternoon, remember, with Mark Jones and Katie Sherwood waiting for you over there. Ond ar gyfer y sylwebaeth yn y Gymraeg rwan, draw â ni at yn tîm sylwebu Tommy Morgan a Gareth Roberts.
Good afternoon and welcome to the recreation ground in Ammanford, where Ammanford AFC host Haverfordwest County in the last 32 of the Welsh Cup. Ammanford are currently 11th in the Cymru South and Haverfordwest are 3rd in the Cymru Premier, which makes it a potential David and Goliath encounter. Both clubs are yet to win the Welsh Cup in their histories, so both sets of players have the chance to create something special in this season's competition. We have someone special this afternoon on co-commentating, Katie Sherwood, 50 ex-Welsh women's caps. Katie, great to see you this afternoon.
Thank you for having me, Mark.
And I think we got an exciting encounter in prospect.
Yeah, well, everyone loves a cup game, don't they? They stir up a range of emotions, knockout football, that excitement, and everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kate, especially in this season's competition, because there's only 5 Welsh Premier clubs left in it now. For them to go out as early as they did, a lot of the clubs, is incredible. It's there to be won this season, definitely.
Yeah, most definitely, and especially when you're the home team, you have that advantage of your crowd. I think we're in for a great game here this afternoon.
Yeah, a West Wales derby, Haverfordwest County and Ammanford. There's the teams. Ammanford's team, Luke Martin in goals, ex-Port Talbot, Luke Sylvester, ex-Barry. There's a few players with Welsh Premier experience, Katie.
Yeah, I think key here this afternoon for them is their defensive shape and their structure. That's going to be fundamental to the platform they build on, and looking to get in form Lewis Reed on the ball and cause some chaos. Yeah, 2 ex-players with plenty of games in them. Wyn Thomas, of course, the manager of Ammanford. There's his Ammanford team. The shape, I think, Katie, will be 4-2-3-1. Yeah, and I think that the 2 centre midfielders there, they're going to be key in how they protect and they stop those passing lanes into Haverfordwest strikers. Yeah, because Haverfordwest have got a strong centre midfield. It's a young midfield today, but they can really play. And the pitch, well done to the groundsman, is excellent. It's in excellent condition. Yeah, these are the conditions you want to be playing in. The ball's going to be zipping along. And for Haverfordwest, they've made 7 changes, but I think that doesn't change how they play. You know, they like to play quickly, they play on the break, they utilise that width, so it's going to be an exciting game. There's Owain Jones there, one of the players to watch, Katie. Yeah, in form this season, coming into form with Haverfordwest. Local boy, previously at Pontypridd, and he'll be looking to add to his tally this afternoon. Good footballer, Owen. He's a very good footballer. And there is another one there, Lewis Reed. Yeah, former Ipswich youngster, and very in form striker at the moment. 9 goals and 5 assists in 14 games, and he'll be looking to cause chaos. Yeah, and there's the referee, one of the top referees, Bryn Markham-Jones. Almost kick-off at the recreation ground. Ammanford in their black and white shirts, Haverfordwest in their bluebird shirts. Off we go. Ricky Watts heads back into midfield. Cole Kennyford gets a touch. Harry John just gets a tug from behind.
early goal in cup match is absolutely vital. It's the one off Kyle McCarthy. Spent a lot of his career playing for Cardiff Met, who host TNS this afternoon. Scores will be coming across the screen, so that'll be interesting, Kate, to see the scores, the live scores coming across the screen this afternoon.
Yeah, like you said, there's already been lots of upsets, and there is the excitement of cup football, that elimination.
Jory Humphreys fires it down to Owen Jones. He'll get his first run of the afternoon. Gets the ball across, almost. The strike partner there, Dan Hawkins, but that just goes to show his abilities. Owen Jones scampering down that wing, Katie.
Yeah, and that's what they do really well. They break really quickly with pace and power. And that's what they'll be trying to do, isolate those fullbacks and get those early balls in the box. But it's key that Ammanford, they stay in the game these first 10 minutes. Yeah, they don't give an inch.
I suppose they'll look at the result from the last round, of course, where Haverfordwest County 0-0 after 19 minutes and went through on penalties, which was a bit of a shock against Tree Thomas Bluebirds, and they obviously think they could create that sort of a shock this afternoon.
Yeah, and I think the fact that they've made lots of changes as well, when you see that as a player, you think, you know, actually, we might have a chance here.
Just trying to settle their game. They're playing that 3-5-2, Haverfordwest. Shepherd knocks one through. Will Hawkins go after that with the goalkeeper. Luke Martin collects. Lots of experience, 31 years of age, Luke Martin. Ex-Llanelli, ex-Port Talbot. There's Wyn Thomas. Wyn Thomas with 536 games in the Cymru Premier. West Wales legend in the Cymru Premier. 3 long balls have gone in there, Kate, and the 3 have been headed clear by the Haverfordwest defenders. Aerially, they're very strong.
Yeah, their physicality is showing already, but it's going to be a great battle in that midfield. They're matched up in there, and like you said, it's winning those 1v1s and getting a foothold of the game in these first 10 minutes.
Tony Pennock really enjoying himself at Haverfordwest, building a side over the last few seasons. One of the younger teams in the Cymru Premier. Lee Jenkins will fire a long throw. Throws it a mile as well. Headed out of play by Nick Arnold.
That throw's an absolute weapon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's the type of player you want on the end of it, by the way, because he's most probably the best header of the ball in the Cymru Premier. Jenkins. Adam Morgan got the first header on it. Johnny Inverness hooks it clear. How important is it, Kate, for this crowd of, shall we say, 400 to 500 to get behind the home team?
Yeah, it's so important. You want to create that atmosphere, and already heard before the game singing "Who are you? Who are you?" and that's what you want. It's about the community getting involved, getting people through the gate, and really putting everything behind and supporting this team.
Jenkins does go forward for the throw. There is behind him is the Barry Town manager, Steve Jenkins, by the way. Barry were knocked out by Kyra Reilly in the last round. Kyra are at home to take the Rogerstone. Shepherd misplaces that. Very unlike Shepherd, he's one of the more cultured players.
I think we can already see that Haverfordwest, they are going to dominate possession. And Ammanford, they're going to have long spells without the ball, but it's staying disciplined in their units, that positional discipline, and just like I said, winning those 1v1s, cleaving their lines. And when they do win the ball, how can they stay composed and build their own play in possession?
Martin strikes a decent ball as it's the first header won by one of the forwards, and it's a decent header as well by Lewis Reid. Knocks it forward into the hands of Ivan Knott deputising today for Zach Jones. Pennock right in front of us from the... it's a great ball. What a switch of play that is. A fantastic ball. Alaric Jones. Ricky Watts. Watts gets it back out to Jory Humphreys. Humphreys whips it across the front. Owen Jones. Haverfordwest pressing early to try and get the first goal in the game. Goes across the front. Tries to whip one round with his left foot, Owen Jones. Improvised there, changed his feet. Not a bad effort, Katie.
Yeah, it's a good spell of play for Haverfordwest. Nice passing in and around the box. For Ammanford, they are staying really compact. They're trying to limit the space they can work in. Great play by here to cut inside. Nice 1-1-2. And you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to curl her in. But it's early warning signs for Ammanford of the danger that Haverfordwest have going forward.
Martin, again, strikes the ball really well. And they are competing for them kicks now. I'm sure Wyn Thomas would have had a word about that.
Yeah, I think that's your bread and butter in this game. You have to show that aggression. You have to win those aerial battles.
Yeah, definitely, Kate. One of those days when you're the underdog, invariably in cup upsets, you have to win 8 or 9 of the personal battles. Would you agree?
Yeah, and if you don't win that first ball, you have to win that second ball, or at least impact pressure on the ball.
Cool header back there. Excellent header. The scores, Avonlido went through on penalties last night. 6-5 on penalties, so they're in the next round. Colwyn Bay are 1-0 up against Ruthin. Cairo really 2-0 up against Rogerston. Kyrsus 0, Bangor 0. Holyhead Osborne 0. Truro Bay 0. Llanelli are 2-0 ahead against Pill. Llanrwst 0, Denby 1. Llangollen 0. Swansea Uni 0. Met 0. TNS 0, Penydalen 0, Carmarthen 0. There's a lot of games. Trefelin 0, Connors Key 0, Flint 0, Ballon 0. I think the next time, Kate, I think we'll let them go across the screen and we'll just pick 1 or 2, okay? Thought I was reading the telephone book then, by the way.
Everyone wants a good cup run, don't they? It's a break from the league, and it's a chance to play against some bigger teams.
That's that long one again. He'll accept that all afternoon. It's a great header on by Adam Morgan. Morgan gets forward. Jenkins. A spare man in midfield then, Kennyford. Adam Morgan just trying to leave something on the Yori Humphreys end. If there's any wind advantage, I think it's at the back of the home team at the moment, Kate. A lot of the Haverfordwest team sporting the Movember moustaches for charity, which is good to see.
Where's yours then, Mark?
It stopped growing about 20 years ago. Thanks, Kate. Watts heads it clear. Arnold again. Shepherd. Well, the first, when you go into these cup ties, we're into 8 minutes now, and the first thing Wyn Thomas would have said to his team especially is play the game in 10-minute spells. When you're the underdog, you've got to play the game in 10 to 20-minute spells. It's a great run, superb run by Callum Thomas. Thomas leaves his man for dead. Does he get the shot off? Thomas, he pulls it back across. Johnny Invernizzi whips it across the front, headed clear by Jenkins. First spell of the afternoon where they get their foot on the ball. Harry John breaks clear. It's 3 against 3. The pass is all important from John. Does he pass it? Yeah, didn't really get it up quick enough to Kennyford. John with the back flick, great back flick. Hawkins. And Howard pushing on here. Watts. Loose ball into midfield. Invernizzi gets taken out by Shepherd. Definitely going to be the first yellow of the afternoon there, Kate. Not much doubt about that.
Yeah, you can't complain about that one, can you? It's a late tackle. They give the ball away. They're frustrated. Ammanford are on the break.
Central midfield, by the way. I mean, he's a very experienced footballer. Quality football as well. But when you're a manager, especially Tony Pennock's not sat far away from us, you don't want your players picking at them sort of... tell you what, he's earned that yellow as well, by the way.
Yeah, because then you have to make those decisions then throughout the game, whether or not you're going to go for the ball or whether you give the attacker a little bit more space. It's a long time to go yet.
Definitely, 80 minutes to go. When you're on a yellow in centre midfield, you've got to be very careful. Thomas. Harry John. One of the up-and-coming stars. Great back flick from Harry John. Great to see. Just, should we say, half a metre difference. If it was just in the front of Dan Hawkins, he could have been in there.
Yeah, just seen a glimpse of his creativity and what he can bring to the game.
Watched him a few times this season. He's a wonderful young player, Harry John. Good future in this league, especially. Luke Martin. I think Adam Morgan will be his target. Morgan gets the header, just flicks it out of play.
But going back to what you're saying, Mark, about staying in the game, it's about minimising these risks, isn't it? The first 10 minutes, staying in the game and just making sure you win those battles, and any opportunities you do have, capitalising on them.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. Inverness nicks the ball there off Shepherd. It's a great run again. Callum Thomas looks a decent player. He's very interested in putting a mark on this game. The drag back goes against him.
Yeah, that's why you want to see that positivity, getting at the players 1v1. If anything's going to happen, it looks like it's going to come through him this afternoon.
Yeah, I did have the chance to speak to Wyn Thomas at the beginning, and he said he could be our main man, Callum Thomas. Young, 20 years of age. He's keen to see how he performs today at this level.
Like the cameras are here, it's time to showcase your talent. And when you're young, you've got no fear.
Well, it's a prime place, Katie. Prime place on Scorio. You know, if you get a goal, do something special. You're on Monday evening, you're on today.
I think that's what's special about this game, isn't it? It's about Ammanford getting to showcase their club. It's a big occasion for them, getting people through the gates and all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes, the volunteers that are the heartbeat of the club. And it's great to see so many people here this afternoon.
And of the late, especially the last 5 to 6 minutes, I think they've settled, Kate. Definitely settled. They're more in the game now rather than the first 5 minutes. Humphreys keeps that in play. Whether he should have let that bounce or not, I think, could be debatable. Jones wants to get the shot off again. He fancies that left footer. Drives across the front of the box and gets a shot off. He looks full of confidence.
Yeah, full of confidence, full of pace. Great athletic ability. When he gets in behind, he is a danger. You don't want to give him any space, and you don't want to get into a foot race with him because he's so powerful.
And like you said at the beginning when we were highlighting him, he's a local lad, so he'll want a good game today against, you know, a team where he's from. The best performance for Ammanford in the Welsh Cup was 1970-71 quarter-final. They lost 5-1 to Oswestry. They lost 2-0 to Haverfordwest in this trophy last season, by the way. I'm sure Tony Pennock will take that this afternoon. Martin again goes long. Headed on by Reid, hook clear by Aleric. Just asking a question there, Shepherd. It's not the worst ball, especially with Jenkins going to come up now and bomb the long throw in.
Yeah, a lot of the players coming down this right-hand side, isn't it? Being nice and direct. And like you say, when you have that throw, which is like a cross, it can cause problems in the Ammanford box.
Yeah, of all the players, Cardiff Met have gone 1-0 up against TNS. That's a very big game, that, this afternoon. Great ball, superb ball. Jenkins, can he get the cross in? He does. Decent cross to the back post. He's headed back across. I think he's gone for goal where he should have headed back across. Goals there, Aleric Jones.
Yeah, it's another great opportunity. Great delivery into the box. And you just want to head that back across the box, get someone else to dash across the front and get something on it.
It's good tempo about the game now already. Jones with the header. Shepherd's seen a lot of ball in midfield. They're playing a 3 against 2 in there, which is important. Throw in again to Haverfordwest. 15 minutes on the clock. Flown by already. No keeper has had to make a massive save as yet. Jones. Shepherd. Ricky Watts You have to watch they don't go too deep here, Kate. Luke Martin comes and collects. Little bit of pressure from Yori Humphreys. The TNS.
Didn't take him long, did it?
They just don't give people time to enjoy themselves, do they? It's one apiece at the Kincoid College. Ryan Brobbles equalised. Ivan Knott just dropping off Ammanford when they get the ball at the back Haverfordwest, so it's not as if they're pressing, they're just sitting in half a low block, just inviting them on. Hawkins has good talent when he's on the ball, usually likes to take the man on.
And that's what they're trying to do, is quite congested in the middle of the park, isn't it? So they're trying to utilise that width and isolate the fullbacks and get the deliveries in, because they know they have the aerial ability in the box to try and cause problems.
Jenkins again goes across to take the long throw. It's great to see him taking a long throw for me. He's such a miss from being in there. Jenkins fires it forward. Great headed away by Adam Jones. Kyle McCarthy puts it back on the edge of the Ammanford box. Headed on by Morgan Clark. Hawkins. Invernizzi gets it forward. It's a good steal by Alaric Jones. Watts. Difference, Kate, I know you said with all your footballing experience, most of these teams are playing on, well, not these teams, but most of the Welsh Premier teams are playing on 3G every week.
Yeah.
The difference, Kate, when you've got to play on the grass, it's a hell of a difference.
Yeah, and it's unpredictable, isn't it? Especially on a day like today when it's wet. The ground will probably break up a little bit, and it's not that usual playing service that you're used to, where you can zip the ball around, there's going to be no bobbles. So it does affect your play.
Yeah, and they are a passing team, by the way, having watched Haverfordwest about 6 or 7 times this season. They love to get it down and pass the ball.
But you can see they have adapted a little bit. They are looking to be a bit more direct and go wide quickly rather than playing through those central areas because of the pitch, I imagine.
And they have 2 good centre forwards on the bench as well, in Ben Amoon and Ben Fawcett. TNS taking a 2-1 lead at Kincoid College now. Jordan Williams gets the goal. Goals are plenty at Kincoid. Have we picked the right game? I'm sure we have. I'd much prefer a David and Goliath Cup encounter. Hooked on by Lewis Reed. Yeah, Wyn Thomas is definitely happy just to sit in at the moment, Kate. And to be fair to his team, you know, Haverfordwest haven't asked a question of the goalkeeper yet.
No, it's making those decisions when to press and when to allow him to have the ball. I think they're comfortable at the moment with the back three having the ball, and then they'll pick their opportunities when they can put that pressure.
That switch is on again. Good defensive header again, away by Aros Griffiths. Well, they went through a 0-0 in the first 90 minutes of the Welsh in their first round. Wales versus Australia rugby tomorrow afternoon. Good luck, Wales. We need a win. Good luck to Gatland and company. McCarthy intervenes. You get the foul as well. Shepherd will send Jenkins forward this time, and this could make a big difference. He'll be the key man to be marked in that area.
I think Ammanford's really been commanding their box at the moment. They're winning those duels in the air.
Mould 1-0 ahead against Britain Ferry. Could be an interesting game, that one now. Jenkins wins the header, easily wins the header again. That's what I tried to say to you, Katie. I know you're not watching this every week, but not many people beat Jenkins in the air in this league.
Well, his sister actually played in the women's Prem as well. She's now moved into the English Pyramid, and she was exactly the same type of player, Shauna Jenkins.
Wow. Invernizzi hooks it forward. Jones heads it back in. Morgan Clark, the captain's getting through some decent work for Ammanford in midfield. Watts doesn't take a touch. Had to take a touch then, surely. Just hooks it out of play. Penydarren 1, Carmarthen 0. Big game there for Carmarthen this afternoon. And a big, massive game for Penydarren. Were they to pull off a shock there, by the way? Wow. Fourth tier against second tier teams there. Keeper collects and collects well.
And that's what is so exciting about the Welsh Cup, isn't it? When you have those, like you said, those David and Goliath stories.
Well, the truth is, Kate, you know, it's just as exciting watching the game as it is watching this monitor come across with all the scores. We're keeping up to date with it, and it's great. Foul there from Luke Sylvester. He says, don't think so, ref, but the referee gives you a kick. Hawkins was the man who went down. There wasn't a lot in that, by the way. A little bit unlucky there. Hawkins. Jenkins on the far post this time. Delivers well. Great header away. Superb defensive header. McCarthy has that in the locker, you know. He scored one like that a couple of years ago down at Haverfordwest for Cardiff Met.
The fans enjoyed that one.
Yes, the Ammanford fans starting to get their songs going. Tony Pennant there, just in front of us, so we have to be careful what we say about him, Katie.
I can't hear a word. The fans are too loud. There's a drum over there.
Jones. Oh, it's a great foul on. Chance here now. Hawkins goes all the way through. Keeper comes and makes a clean interception. Good goalkeeping from Martin. Timed his snatch perfectly then.
Yeah, that's great goalkeeping. That's what you want to see, your goalkeeper being brave. Defender does well here.
That's good goalkeeping.
That's brave goalkeeping. Quick off his line.
Martin fires it downfield. 20 plus minutes on the clock now. Still, as yet, no real questions asked of either goalkeeper.
I think Ammanford have been really disciplined and compact.
Yeah, definitely. The back four, I don't think their fullbacks have gone forward at all. I think they'll stay until half-time at least.
Yeah, it's about making those measured decisions, isn't it? Minimising the risk, and like I said, it's about staying in the game.
Hawkins. Haverfordwest are third in the Cymru Premier table. Played 16, won 8, drawn 5, lost 3. 20 goals for, only 8 against. The best defence in the Cymru Premier League. And here's one of their better defenders, firing the long throw in. Jenkins. It's a great header away again, defensive header. Adam Morgan's been superb in the air so far. Hawkins. Shepherd will take a touch and can deliver. Great ball from Shepherd. Just in front of us there, Kate. Struck it so well, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a low-driven cross there, just varying the types of crosses that they're putting in the box. And it's another opportunity to get that long throw in again.
When you're the underdog, Kate, as I'm sure you played in games when you were the underdog, the longer you go, when you keep that nil, the more strength you get from it.
Yeah, it gives you that self-belief, doesn't it? And it gives you that little bit of psychological edge that you're still in the game if you have that opportunity. And they're definitely winning those 1v1 battles and making it difficult for Haverfordwest to settle.
Shot off. Again. It's a decent shot from 20 yards from Owen Jones, but not quite on target. But he has got his shooting boots on this afternoon. That's 3 attempts, 2 with his left foot, and now from 20 yards, 1 with his right foot. Just a yard or 2 wide of the mark.
Yeah, and he's dropping into those deep positions, and he's asking questions of the centre-backs whether to step with him And if they don't, that's where he's creating that space to have those opportunities on goal.
Jenkins with the header. It's a decent ball. Yori Humphreys will bomb down the right-hand side. Humphreys, no foul, says the referee. He wanted the foul. Look, could have been. There's that. Shepherd has to be careful. He's on a yellow now, like we said. Picked the yellow up after 5 minutes. Great ball in. Nobody in there waiting, by the way. Callum Thomas again on the ball. Went into a good area, Kate.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity for them just to keep the ball. They didn't have the numbers, did they? And that's the thing, they have to find that balance between defence and attack, and when they do win the ball, can they commit more players forward?
Yeah, otherwise he needs to keep it, hold it up a bit more, just to bring more players forward. Ricky Watts. It's a decent ball in. Shepherd. Great ball. Inside of the foot, out to Carl McCarthy. McCarthy didn't want to get caught in that area then. It's a decent run there. Adam John puts it forward to Lewis Reed. Reed against Jenkins. Jenkins gets it. John switches play. Arnold. Watts. Mull go 2-0 ahead against Britain Ferry. Defeated them in the cup final last season as well, Mull, so that could be a big scalp for them again, and that could be another Cymru Premier team going out to the cup. Jones just dropping in edge of their box, and that back four again are comfortable just clearing their lines, Kate.
Yeah, they're working really well together. They're shifting across when the ball goes wide. The gaps between them are small, and they're able to recover and win those balls.
Yeah, Aris Griffiths and Callum Jones are doing really well at centre-back at the moment. Helped out by Luke Sylvester and Nick Arnold. Well, I think Jenkins will clock up some miles if he keeps coming from the halfway line, Kate, to take these long throws. In it goes again. First header by Sylvester. It drops well as well. Oh, big chance. Hawkins gets the cross in. It's bobbling around in the area. Jenkins gets a shot off. Watts puts Haverfordwest in the lead. Ricky Watts, a right back, pushes up for the long throw. The ball bobbled around, and he finishes in style with his left foot. Haverfordwest County 1, Ammanford 0.
Well, I was just going to say, it's great having that long throw in the box, but you haven't got that movement, you're not going to cause Ammanford any problems. But they weren't able to clear their lines. The ball's bobbing around. They keep the ball alive, and they're able to find the back of the net.
One good block, but it's a decent finish from Watts, to be fair. He's predominantly right-footed, and he swaps his balance onto the left foot during. It's a decent finish, on target, rifles it. Past the goalkeeper, no chance, Kate.
Yeah, it's about staying composed and calm when you're in that area and being clinical.
I'm sure the Haverfordwest County fans will bring out their song now, their favourite song, Wish I Could Be Like Ricky Watts. Yeah, it's a great finish, superb finish from Watts, and it's a Pennock, so just a few yards away from us. He'll feel a lot better now, 1-0 ahead, and they can most probably play a bit more open now, Kate.
Yeah, it just allows you to settle, doesn't it? It's that bit of relief.
Jones, big 5 to 10 minutes now. Harry John knocks it back across to Luke Martin. Big 10 minutes for Ammanford and Wyn Thomas.
Yeah, it's important now that they go back to staying disciplined, staying compact, because if they concede another, it's a mountain to climb then, isn't it?
Jenkins clears his lines, and I suppose it backs up the plan of just bombing that ball in from the long throw. It's always about getting the seconds from him, isn't it?
Yeah, you might not win the first, but it's been alert and picking up the second balls, and that's exactly what they did.
Jenkins organising his troops. Luke Sylvester. Play for Barry, Pontypridd and Penabont in the Cymru Premier. Sylvester. Touch wasn't great. Throw wasn't great, to be honest. He's waist high when it got to him.
I think when they find themselves in the final third, it's just being a little bit more composed and keeping the ball, because at the moment it's a bit frantic when they get in those areas.
Yeah, and they need to get to half-time, Kate, at least still intact.
Yeah.
Just a goal behind. And the positive would be obviously the equaliser, but if they can get in at half-time just a goal behind, it's not the worst scenario.
And they would have prepared what happens when you go a goal behind, because when you're playing against a team that's flying like Haverfordwest, that's a likely scenario that's going to happen.
Off the ball incident, referee says play on. Alaric Jones and Reid. Watts the goal scorer. Gets it wide, Yori Humphreys. It's a good touch from Humphreys. Watts. Yeah, just passing a little bit better now. Watts looking for Yori Humphreys to get in behind. Not the worst ball, just a little bit heavy from Watts.
I mean, you're starting to see that rotation in midfield now, and players that are interchanging their positions, and Ammanford that they have to make a decision whether they go with them or they stay compact in their unit.
Definitely. Pennock there taking a touch. Had a bit of a better touch when he was playing in goals. Long throw from Ammanford. That could go all the way for the corner unless Watts stops it. Launches it out to play, Ricky Watts. Onto the pitch, parallel to the football pitch, the rugby pitch. Arnold. Looks like they're setting up for a long throw now. The Ammanford fans trying to get behind their team. Arnold, it's a flatter throw. Jenkins clears his lines well. Hawkins. It's a good recovery there by the defender. Owen Jones again, bodies bombing forward in blue shirts. Can he keep it in play? Hawkins wants it early. Kennyford does well. Oh, Watts enjoyed the goal. He was looking for his second there with a special. Here are the scores below half-time scores in the Welsh Cup. We'll just pick one or two out. Colvin Bay and Ruthin, one apiece. Coira really look through. They're 4-0 ahead against Rogerstone. A couple of 0-0s. Llanelli 2-0 ahead against Pill. All these clubs, Kate, top, you know, the top 6 or 7 in the Cymru South. They'll be in with a chance of getting at least to the final if it stays like this today. Pendarren won Carmarthen have equalised at Pendarren. Trevelyan 0, Connors Key 0. Flint 0, Bala 1. Bala taking the lead at Flint. That's a big goal.
And for the neutral fan, that's what you want to see, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, in the cup runs, you want to see that lower ranked team having an opportunity to play against big teams, because it does so much for the club and the community, especially if you get a home tie.
Hawkins taking the defender on. Hawkins, not the worst cross. Jones just didn't time his run well. Sylvester eased him out as well. Sylvester fires it forward. Big 10 minutes in this game now. Haverfordwest definitely trying to get that second goal before half-time. And Ammanford clinging on. Watts. Yori Humphreys. Shepherd. He's put a lot on it. Goalkeeper. Martin lets it go to play.
Yeah, it's just opening up a little bit now, isn't it? The gaps between the units. For Ammanford, they're quite big, so it's just making sure they get back into that compact shape.
And they've lost their last 2 league games, Ammanford. They lost to Pontypridd 3-0 and Coira lead 2-0 in midweek. So a goal would be a massive lift to them. Martin. Kennyford competes well. Jones gets there. Good defending again from Aros Griffiths.
It's great play by Jones, though. He's anticipating that the midfielder's going to win the ball, and he's already getting forward to get on that second ball.
Changing the long throw setup this time. Ricky Watts and Yori Humphreys play. Ammanford most probably waiting for Jenkins to come and take it. You'll get a chance this time as Pennock just in front of us sends Jenkins forward. Morgan Clark, the captain of Ammanford, busy in midfield. Nine times out of 10 goals, second ball, Kate, from these long throws, and that's a big throw this time. Second is at Haverfordwest. Sylvester clears his lines well. Lewis Reed gets the flick on. And Ivan Knott smashes it back down the far end. Ammanford get the throw this time.
Yeah, it's trying to find that balance, isn't it, between defence and attack. When they win, when the ball does go forward, are they a bit braver to push up and actually join in the attack?
Turkey against Wales, 4:30 on S4C, massive game. Kate, Craig, Bellamy done well since taking over, and it's a big test today, by the way.
Well, his record already speaks for itself, doesn't it? But I think today's going to be a big test. They're missing some key players. Turkey is always a tough atmosphere, a tough place to go. Yeah, so I think it'll be really interesting what we see this evening.
I'd take a draw now, Kate, would you?
Yeah, definitely, especially with the players who've pulled out of the squad. But yeah, I've been really impressed what we've seen so far.
Yeah. Seems a happy camp.
Yeah, and I think the way that Wales are playing is very much like Craig Bellamy used to play, aggressive, on the front foot.
What a player.
And just looking to play more expansive style football. It's exciting to watch.
Shepherd, great ball from Shepherd, almost. Yeah, they're starting to enjoy it a bit in our midfield now with a spare man. Kennyford closes down. Shepherd trying to pass it through the lines. McCarthy gets outdone by the pitch. And Eric Jones, referee, says play on. Interesting, that one.
Well, you see them given, don't you, sometimes?
Adam John's a little bit unlucky there.
I think he was trying to be clever and use his body with the defender. But like I say, you do see them given sometimes by referees.
A few choice words from the touchline there. We apologise if they came over the speakers. Shepherd starting to run the game a little bit from the centre of midfield, Kate.
Yeah, he's in that space now, isn't he? You can see he's a technician of the game. He has great vision and awareness of what's going on around him, and he's definitely pulling the strings in there.
Humphreys tracking Morgan Clark. Clark gets a free kick. Great insight, Kate, for us here. We're about 5 yards away from the dugouts, and boy, it's not the easiest place to be in, is it?
You can just see his expectations are so high. He wants more from his players, even though they're winning.
He doesn't realise he'll end up with a haircut like mine in a couple of years.
It's a stressful job.
It is a stressful job.
Who'd want to be a manager?
Martin. Good area, he puts it into Jenkins, heads away. It's a tug from behind there from Sylvester. Sylvester trying to play the right winger in, just puts it out of play. They just need that spell of 5 or 6 minutes now in that last third, Ammanford, or not on the edge of their own box.
I think they have to, in the second half, commit more players forward and take a risk, because when they have got forward, it's just those little decisions in and around the box that haven't gone their way. But if they show a little bit more composure, they have the players to cause problems.
But as a big underdog, Kate, if you are the gaffer like Wyn Thomas, it's not a disastrous score, 1-0 at half-time, is it? You're in the game. Yeah,
you're still in the game. You'll be happy with that. Like I said, you would expect Haverfordwest to put pressure on you, and the scenario of going in 1 or 2-0 down at half-time.
Shepherd trying to get it forward early. It's that extra body in midfield all the time. The three in midfield is definitely working against the two. Start to pass their triangles around now. Harry John, left-footed effort, comes off the defender, back to the goalkeeper. Pennock has just told his midfielder, Harry John, not to shoot from 25 yards. I would love to see him fly one in from 30 yards.
I was going to say, if it goes in the back of the net, it's a different story, isn't it?
If it goes in from 25 yards, I'm jumping up and down. Great effort. Oh, just wide of the post. Decent effort. Morgan Clark, he was the captain, I think. No, it wasn't Morgan Clark, the captain. It was Adam John. Very, very unlucky there. I think he beat the goalkeeper, you know.
He just finds himself in a little bit of space, and it's a great strike, isn't it?
Gets it out of his feet. Adam John, one touch, fires it away, and he is an inch or two away from equalising just before half-time. What a tonic that would have been for Ammanford going in at half-time, but they're just showing at 1-0, you're in the game. Kennyford wins a great 50-50. Little bit of goings on the edge of the penalty area, and the referee says play on. Shepherd again picking up in midfield. Shepherd loves a shot from distance. Shepherd fires it over the top, but he has it in the locker.
Yeah, they're starting to find their form now in midfield, aren't they? Playing those triangles, that combination football.
And I think Wyn Thomas will look at that, Kate, because Shepherd is one of the top midfielders on the ball in the Cymru Premier. He can't be allowed that time.
No, he's
conduct the game.
He's dictating the tempo of the game. He's been able to get his head up and find those forward passes. Too much space and respect given to, like you said, such a quality player.
Might be interesting at half-time if Wyn Thomas actually stabs one of his players out and says, right, follow Shepherd in the second half. Try and frustrate him a bit. Goalkeeper should come and collect. Martin does collect. To be fair to Ammanford, I think it's just one shot on target, Kate, and the one shot on target is the goal.
Yeah, it just shows, you know, how well they have defended. That one lapse in concentration.
Jenkins. Watts heads it forward. Harry John. Oh, it's great competing from John. And good defending again. Ross Griffiths has been tremendous in the centre-back role there this afternoon. Experience, 33 years of age, and he's showing the experience. Watts. Ammanford 0, Haverfordwest County 1. A Ricky Watts half volley from 12 yards, giving the Bluebirds a lead. And don't forget, they are the clean sheet kings of the Cymru Premier at present. John, Harry John. McCarthy, almost. Owen Jones. It's a great shot on the edge of the box there from Dan Hawkins, but the referee has already blown the whistle. Bryn Markham Jones.
It'd be interesting to see if there are any changes at half-time, and some of the players who've been rested or, you know, changed for Haverfordwest, if we see them introduced in the second half.
Do you think it's all about the next goal, though, Kate, before he actually... I think if he was 2-0 up, would you say? Just backing up what you're saying, really. If he was 2-0 up, I think he'll definitely
It's a different game then, isn't it?
It's a different game. You give people games, but at present, I just think he needs the best side. He got out there. It's 1-0. It's in the cup. It's anyone's game still. Jenkins, can Humphreys keep it in? What a time this would be now to get an equalising goal. Nick Arnold, he'll fire the long throw in. Final minute of the first 45 at the recreation ground in Ammanford. Arnold. Handball given against Callum Thomas. I don't think there'll be any rush from even not to take this one. One added minute. Alex McKinch, the fourth official, has just announced. Happier manager, of course, Tony Pennock, because they're 1-0 ahead, but happy enough performance so far from Ammanford and Wyn Thomas.
They're still in the game. Yeah. I think they've got lots of positives to take from the first half, and I think that chance that they did have will give them that little bit of belief that they can create.
Oh, Reed spins his marker there and superbly gets it wide. Whipped across the front. It was a tremendous bit of play from Lewis Reed. Adam John trying to get the cross in. It's a good defensive block by the defender.
Yeah, we haven't seen enough of Lewis Reed, have we? We talked about how in form that he has been in the Cymru South. They can get him into the game a little bit more.
It's a great block by Alaric Jones. Yeah, Reed will want more support in the second period. Harry John. Alaric Jones just gets there first. But again, it's really Adam John really is having a decent game on that right wing. Hawkins in the box is where he's good. Surprised that he didn't take the big centre half on in because he's got electric feet in that box. How important this now, Kate? Last corner of the first period, definitely. Hawkins to take it. Jenkins and company have gone up. Jenkins, Watts. Hawkins stands in the middle. Jenkins gets the first header, just wide of the mark. Referee Bryn Markham Jones blows the whistle, and a Ricky Watts half volley gives Haverfordwest County the lead at half time. Ammanford 0, Haverfordwest County 1. We look forward to seeing you in the second period.
Croeso yn ôl ato ni i'r rec yma yn Rhydaman, lle mae tîm Wyn Thomas yn herio Hwlffordd o uwch gyngrair Cymru. Gôl Ricky Watts yn rhoi'r ymwelwyr ar y blaen. Yr ymwelwyr ar y blaen ar yr egwyl o gôl I ddim. A da chi'n gwybod be? Mae yna hen ddigon o goliad I fod ar draws y gem yma, y pnawn yma. Gadewch ni gael golwg ar bethau. Bai Colwyn ar y blaen o 2 gôl I 1 yn erbyn Rhythun. Mae wedi bod yn bnawn anodd I Rochester yn do yn erbyn Ceira Chelai. Maen nhw ar ei holi o 5 gôl I ddim erbyn hyn. Caersws newydd fynd ar y blaen o gôl I ddim yn erbyn Bangor 1876 hefyd. Wan ta, falle bod chi'n cofio bod Llanuwchlyn wedi curo'r dryn newydd yn yr ail rownd. Wel, maen nhw'n cael llwyddiant pnawn yma hefyd yn erbyn Prif Ysgol Abertawe. Wan, mi ath Met Caerdydd ar y blaen o gôl I ddim yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd am gwpl o funudau o leia. Ryan Brobl yn unioni'r sgôr i'r Seintiau a wedyn y Seintiau ar y blaen erbyn hyn. Sori, enfawr y pnawn erbyn hyn dwi'n credu ydy bod Wyddgrug ar y blaen o 2 gôl I ddim yn erbyn Llansawel o'r uwch gyngrair ar yr egwyl ar hyn o bryd. Waw, Siôn, dipyn o bnawn allan yn fanna yn y drededd rownd. Beth am fan hyn? Beth ydy argraffiadau di o'r gêm hyd yma?
Dwi'n meddwl bod Hwlffordd o'r rhan o hanner cyntaf yn heiddi fod 1 gôl I fyny, o'r rhan o meddiant a'r cyfleuon creion o, ond nhw'n heiddi fod 1 gôl I fyny. Ond dyw tîm Wyn Thomas ddim allan o'r gêm yma.
Dim eto, yn sicr, dim eto, ond gadewch ni gael golwg ar y gôl. Ricky Watts o'r diwedd yn rhoi Hwlffordd ar y blaen. Dwi'n deud o'r diwedd achos oeddech chi'n teimlo'r gôl ma'n dod yn dodech.
Fi'n credu rhif 7 tafliad hir Lee Jenkins oedd a dyfel donc a daw parhad. Watts yn neud yn dda yn y diwedd, yn cadw I ergyd lawr. Blerwch yn yr amddiffyn I Rhydaman I ryw raddau, ond Watts fan hyn, be mae'n neud yn dda yw just cadw I lawr. Mae'r gôl geidwad yn ddall i'r sefyllfa I ryw raddau. Mae siwt gymaint o chwaraewyr o'i flanau. Dwi ddim yn gallu gweld ergyd yn cael ei gymeryd, ond Watts yn eiddiannol yn rhoi y Hwlffordd ar y blaen.
A fel dwi'n deud, Siôn, os da chi'n cymryd y meddiant a'r ffordd mae Hwlffordd wedi bod yn gweithio'n galad ac yn cadw reolaeth ar y gêm I bob pwrpas, mae'r cyfleuon ma wedi bod yn dod ac oeddech chi'n teimlo bod yna gôl ar y ffordd?
To be, fi creu cymerodd I bod ti 36 munud I Hwlffordd rhoi stamp nhw ar y gêm. Owen Jones, 2 gyfle da gyda fe yn torri mewn o'r asgell dde, a Lee Jenkins a croesiau da fyna. Ond yn sicr, fel a ti'n gweud, Nicky, o'r rhan Hwlffordd, maen nhw chwarae'r lefel uwch, wrth gwrs ti'n disgwyl I nhw fod yn heiddiannol o'r blaen o'r rhan y meddiant, ond mae'r hefyd rhoi crodi I Rhydaman.
Ti wedi rhoi mention fanna, Siôn, I Owain Jones, bachgen lleol sydd yn dod o Rhydaman. Tegwch iddo fo, mae wedi bod yng nghlwm efo popeth sydd wedi cael ei creu hyd yn hyn.
Ydy, fel ni'n gweud, llwyddiant lawr y asgell dde I Hwlffordd, ond yn sicr popeth da sydd wedi bod yn dod o Hwlffordd, mae Owen Jones wedi bod yn ei chanol I.
Rhaid I ni sôn ar tegwch hefyd. Dydy Rhydaman ddim wedi rhoi'r ffidil yn y to, yn bell o hynny. Ac ar y diwedd yr hanner yn fanna, fe oedd Adam John mor agos at unioni'r sgôr.
Honnodd cyfle gorau Rhydaman yn y hanner cyntaf. Just y nutmeg bach ma fyna yn rhoi Adam John mewn I lle, a mae'n ergyd dda, just yn gwyro I ffwrdd o'r gôl geidwad. Alle wedi cael llawys ar target, mae'r cwestiwn, ond yn sicr hwnna oedd cyfle gorau Rhydaman yn y hanner cyntaf yn sicr.
O'n i'n sylweddoli ar yr eslys Wyn Thomas yn sgrychian relax ar ei chwaraewyr. Ydy wir mor syml â hynny, Siôn?
Na, dwi ddim I fod yn onest. Mae'n achlysur mawr i'r chwaraewyr. Maen nhw chwarae yn erbyn tîm sy'n drydydd yn uwch gan Cymru sydd ar dan ar hyn o bryd. Mae'n haws gweud, relax. Ond be mae Wyn mwy na dim yw bod rhywun yn rhoi I drodau ar y bil a rhoi falle 1, 2, 3 pas at ei gilydd achos mae popeth wedi mynd trwy'r awyr I fi bach gormod o'r Rhydaman.
Wyn wedi cymryd yr awenna fan hyn ers mis Awst. Y dyn oedd wrth y lliw cyn hynny, Griff Harrison, sydd rwan yn cadw cwmni I Ifan Gwilym.
Diolch, Nicky. Fi ma gyda Amelia a Griff. Griff, 12 years you were manager here until stepping down in August. How do you look back at your time here?
Yeah, really fond memories. I'm really proud of what I managed to achieve here, and I think
only after finishing, I've been able to reflect on it and look back fondly on everything. Made loads of friends, people that I'm going to know for the rest of my life, and people that I've got close to over them years, and just the facility here, everything that we grew over that time. I'm just proud is the word, I think, to explain it.
Good Welsh Cup occasion here today. You had your own good cup run 5 years ago, beating Carmarthen 4-0. That must be a highlight looking back.
Yeah. Since finishing, a lot of people have asked me what's the best game night of the tenure, and I think that one is definitely up there. I mean, beating Carmarthen, it was the first time we'd been televised for a long, maybe if ever. Trundle's goal on that night was superb. Gavin Jones was excellent. It was just a special night for everyone involved with the club, and I think that's probably right up there with one of the best nights.
Yeah, a bit of magic from Gavin and Lee. No such magic yet, but what have you made of Ammanford first half?
I think we've done okay. I think the game's tight. I think, bar the goal, I think Wyn would have been really happy going in, obviously, at 0-0. They'd be disappointed with the manner in which we conceded. We had a little chance with Adam John at the end there, towards the end of the half, so I think we always shoot better downhill, so I think there'll be more to come second half from us.
Griff, pleasure talking to you. Diolch yn fawr.
Wel, oes na ffordd yn ôl i'r Rydaman. Doswch chi roi'r tegell ymlaen yn sydyn a dewch yn ôl ato ni mewn cwpl o funudau. dros yn ôl ato ni. Gafwch chi banad, gobeithio bod chi'n sychach yn fanna na gyda ni fan hyn ar y rec. Cofiwch nos lun, fydd holl uchaf bwyntiau'r penwythnos i weld am hanner awr wedi 9 ar S4 Rec ag eto nos fawr detholiad o gema'r gwpan y fanna. A wedyn yn dilyn ni am hanner awr wedi 4 pnawn ma Twrci yn erbyn Cymru yn fyw o gyngrair y cenedloedd UEFA. Peidiwch yn mynd yn bell pnawn ma, da chi, ond rwan ma'n bryd i ni groesi nôl at yn tîm a sylwebu ni ar gyfer yr ail hanner.
Welcome back to the Recreation Park where Haverfordwest County are 1-0 ahead against Ammanford in the last 32 of the JD Welsh Cup. A Ricky Watts goal giving the Bluebirds the lead. Welcome back to 50 cap Katie Sherwood. Welcome back, Katie. Enjoyed the first half?
Yeah, I think it was a really good competitive first half. I think Ammanford would have gone in happy that they're still in the game. You know, just that one goal that they've got Haverfordwest in the game. So looking forward to see what they do differently now to get themselves back into this one.
There are a lot of games really tight in this last 32 at present. A lot of 1-0s, a lot of 0-0s. How important now the next 45 minutes. Get into the last 16, which at present looks like having 4 Welsh Premier clubs in the last 16. So it's a really good place to be if you can get in there. Decent clearance again. Shepherd. Be interested to see whether Wyn Thomas has pushed anybody on Shepherd. Kyle Kenneford spreads it wide. Not the greatest of passes, but he's intervened by Nick Arnold, puts it out of play. Harry John. It's difficult. I think the 9, Callum Thomas, he put Callum Thomas to mark Shepherd, and he's a forward-thinking player, Katie, and for him to mark is difficult.
Yeah, your mentality is always about going forward, isn't it, rather than doing those defensive duties, but you can see he is dropping in deeper and just keeping one eye on him.
Hook clear, Jenkins wins the 50-50 in the air. Ricky Watts flicks the header on. Yori Humphreys makes it a treble.
How can they affect that ball going into the centre-backs and cause them more problems? Because at the moment, they're winning those headers and there's not enough pressure on them to make anything from those long balls.
There's a man who used to like a header or two, 536 games in the Cymru Premier League. Jones peels off his marker. All about the second goal. Is it going to be an equaliser or is it going to be the second for the Bluebirds? Which would then make them overwhelming favourites, I think, if they got a second, Katie.
Yeah, I think you would say if Haverfordwest get the second goal, then it is a bit of a mountain to climb.
The first winners of the Welsh Cup. I'm throwing you to the Lions. First winners of the Welsh Cup, Kate. I wasn't born, by the way.
I have no idea.
And Orkin 3. Swansea Uni 0. Jenkins pushes up again. It was Wrexham. It was not a couple of years ago, by the way. 1872.
You really did throw me under the bus.
Sorry about that. Edge of the box, it's hook clear. Shepherd performs his defensive duties really well, and that's a decent clearance from the goalkeeper. Not fires it 60 yards up the field. Yeah, Wrexham, the first winners, beating the Druids. Last year's winners, Connors Quay. TNS have won 7 of the last previous 11 finals, and the most Welsh Cup wins are Wrexham 23, Cardiff 22, Swansea 10 and TNS 9. A little bit of Welsh Cup history there for you. Shepherd. Cultured back pass there from the right back. Are you having that?
He had it all under control.
Pennock, the Haverfordwest manager, turns around and gives me a glare then. Cultured. Kicked it a bit like Tony used to when he used to play in goals. McCarthy wins the duel.
But again, it's the play all coming through Shepherd in midfield, isn't it? Again, once again, he has great vision, great technical ability to pick up those passes, and he also does the defensive duties really well too.
Yeah, and I think Haverfordwest, they have that aura about them. The 1-0 with their defensive attitude this season, they won't have to, you know, they're not desperate for the second goal with this 1-0 lead, are they?
Well, you know, we said they don't score many goals, but they don't concede many either. But I think they would be hoping to get, you know, can they turn the screw now and be a bit more ruthless and get another goal?
Luke Martin tees up. It's a high line, by the way, from Haverfordwest. There's a lot of space in behind. He has plenty to aim for. And he puts it in a wonderful kick. McCarthy just shepherds the winger out.
I think everything's been comfortable for the 3 centre-backs, haven't it? All head height, something that they're all, you know, that's the bread and butter for a centre-back.
Yeah.
Can they stretch them a little bit, play more in the wide areas and drag them out of those positions and turn them a bit more?
Definitely, because poor old Lewis Reed is playing a lonely game up there by himself. There's not many harder jobs in football, Kate, as I'm sure you know. The lone 9, if you're playing against a back 3 as well, it's such an unenviable task.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you're isolated and you're not having the ball coming to you, then go looking for the ball.
Sylvester does well to get out of that tight spot then. Kennyford. Invernizzi gets it forward. Callum Thomas, he spins his marker easily, pulls it back across. Edge of the box. Captain's on the edge. Morgan Clark. Adam John has been quite a handful all afternoon. Clark gets a shot off, and that's more like it from Ammanford. Keen to get bodies forward.
Yeah, and that's come from them pressing. Haverfordwest higher up the pitch. They win the ball back in a dangerous area. Just not the best ball in. No. Couldn't find a player to capitalise on that opportunity. But good signs in the second half.
Yeah, I think if they can get the winger, the right winger, Adam John on the ball a bit more. He's been dangerous when he's had it at his feet. Watts. Humphreys loses the headed duel against Nick Arnold.
Adam John and Callum Thomas, they can link up a bit more and get Lewis Reed in the game a bit more. They will cause problems.
I think time will tell with that one now, Katie. I think Wynn will, you know, hour plus, I think he has to throw the 2 wingers, shall we say, a bit more further forward. Alaric Jones. Oh, great ball, great run as well. Superb. Everything about that was almost perfect. It's just lacking the finish. The ball from the centre-back, Jones, to McCarthy was good. Reed just heads it the wrong way. Kennyford. Jones. Can Jones make it 2? Jones gets the volley off, but just goes over the top of the bar by a yard. It's half a chance, that's why he's punching the turf. Jones with half a chance there, Kate.
Yeah, fantastic movement from him again. He's already anticipating where the ball's going to go. Great first touch, but the defender does enough. Doesn't make contact, but he just does enough to put him off.
Yeah, you could see by his reactions there, Jones. Definitely half a chance to make it 2-0 to the Bluebirds. It's a decent ball from Hawkins. His chest was a great touch. Martin. Moore flicks it on again. Jenkins back to Knott. Watts the goal scorer. Bit more back to front, a little bit quicker this time. Yori Humphreys, did he stay onside or not? Martin sweeps. Tremendous clearance from the goalkeeper there with his left foot. Shows his ability with the ball. Ammanford. 1946 they were formed as Becker's Blackbirds. They changed their name to Ammanford Town then. Hawkins, great work from Sylvester, the fullback there. Wins the duel against Dan Hawkins.
Yeah, he does really well there to stop that quick counter-attack. There was a sloppy ball in the middle of the park. He works really hard to win the ball back and stop Haverfordwest from breaking away.
Jones take the throw in. Hawkins comes off his man. Whether Jones intended the nutmeg, the striker then, I don't know, but it paid off for him. Bit of width, like you said now, Kate. Yori Humphreys out wide. Kennyford pulls it back inside. Corner. Kyle McCarthy almost probably drive up to take this left-footed. Yeah, he has pushed up McCarthy, and a couple of big targets in there waiting for this. .54 on the clock. Ammanford 0, Haverfordwest County 1. Ricky Watts goal in the first period, giving the Bluebirds the advantage. Surely it's going to put this under the barricade. There's some big units in there for Haverfordwest. Jenkins will be the main target, but there'll be other targets to aim for. Keeper Martin does well, and Watts gives the free kick away, going for the rebound. Thought the keeper did really well there. He was under a little bit of pressure, but he was brave enough to come for the punch. No, it's not scrum 5, it's Scorio.
We've changed the shape of the ball here.
And Ammanford, by the way, are leading 14 points to 7 against Gowerton. Always fancied being a rugby reporter. How about you, Kate?
I'm trying to learn the game. My kids all play, but yeah,
there you are.
I do not have that expertise.
Alaric Jones bombs his header away. 56 minutes on the clock. Jones adds that balance. Tabone, by the way, who's not playing at the back. Luke Tabone, congratulations. He made a performance for Malta last night in an international. That's fantastic for him and fantastic for the Cymru Premier. Watts gives a corner away. Would that be Ammanford's first one of the game?
First corner of the game. An opportunity for them to put a set piece in. Sometimes these are the only opportunities that you get when you're playing against bigger opposition. And I'm sure it's something they would have been working on in the week.
It's Adam John to take the corner. John strikes a decent ball into the edge. First shot, oh, off the line. Shepherd clears it off the line, done a good job as well. Whips it across again, and Shepherd makes a clearance.
Oh, what an opportunity that was. It was a great delivery, great first contact.
Do you know what, Kate? He does really well there, Shepherd, because it's an awkward bounce as well.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah, I think he does well not to hand that, you know. Over it comes again. Jenkins wins the header. It'll go out for an Ammanford throw in. First piece of pressure really put on by Ammanford. He'll be a happier man there, Thomas. He'll be ruining that clearance by Shepherd. Arnold tries the long throw, hasn't got the length of Jenkins, but gets a corner. First piece of sustained pressure, Kate.
Yeah, another opportunity to put the ball in the mix. If you don't win that first ball, be the first one to the second ball. A little bit of pressure here for Haverfordwest.
What a time this would be to get the equaliser. 58 minutes on the clock. Goalkeeper has no chance of coming out for this, by the way. What a chance. 2 or 3 yards out. It's a free header as well. Almost unmarked, and it's gone over the top. Big chance for Callum Jones.
It's another fantastic delivery in, right underneath the goalkeeper. He just couldn't get under it enough to direct it.
Yeah, it was Aros Griffiths, by the way. There's Wyn Thomas looking on, and there's his reaction.
Because they know that's such a great opportunity to get back into the game.
Superb tackle by the man who's just put the header over the top. Watts. Pennock, like we said, is right in front of us, and he knows how close that header was. There's a bit of movement on the bench again. Shepherd McCarthy, Hawkins with a chance to run at Sylvester. Hawkins whips the ball in. Oh, would have been a wonderful goal. It's a great save by Martin. It goes out for a corner. Hawkins whips it across and his strike partner, Owen Jones, gets a good touch on it. But the save's a competent save by the goalkeeper.
It starts in midfield again from Shepherd. He just evades the pressure, able to get the ball out wide. He cuts in. It's a great ball in. But what a save by the keeper.
Martin reacts really well and does clear it over the top. Luke Martin, great save. Little bit more end-to-end. The game just starting to open up on the hour. A little bit more pace wanted on this corner. McCarthy. Jenkins and Jones, two of the main targets in the 6-yard box. Good headed away by the centre-back again. Hawkins. Jones. Oh, great ball in again. Centre-back firing a left wing cross in there. It was a decent cross from a centre-back. Looks like Ben Fawcett warming up just in front of us. It's been amongst the goals of late, Fawcett. Owen Jones will be disappointed. He's had a couple of chances. Like I said, he's a local lad. He could have hit the net a couple of times in the game, and our last chance most probably just sums his afternoon up. It was a great effort, but the keeper just was a little bit smart for him.
Yeah, he's had 3 great chances, haven't he? He'll be frustrated, but he's worked really hard. Like I said, his movement off the ball has been fantastic. He just haven't been able to convert his chances.
Yeah, you could see what it means to him. Great to see players being so disappointed when they get substituted. Just shows what it means to him. Jenkins fires the ball in. Fawcett, by the way, like I said, the substitute has scored 3 goals in the last 4 weeks, so he's on form. McCarthy.
Yeah, it was fresh energy, and he'll be looking to make an immediate impact and try and finish this game off for Haverfordwest.
Head in hands there. Owen Jones. Some days as a striker it just doesn't go your way, Kate.
That is football. It's the game that we love to hate, isn't it? Sometimes it just, you can be in the right place at the right time, but some days you're just never going to find the back of the net.
Still well in the game. Here's the latest. Avon Lido, as we said, went through last night on penalties. Colwyn Bay 2-1 ahead against Rithin. Coira 7, Rogerstone have got a goal, and pleased to see they got a goal. Carsus 1, Bangor 0. Play with Hospers and Tredo Bay 0-0. Llanelli 3 against Pill. Van Roost losing 2 to Denby. And Urchlin 3-0 up against Swansea Uni. Met still 2-1 to TNS. Pendarren 1, Carmarthen have taken the lead 2-1 there. Trevellyn 0, Connors Key 2. Flint 1, Ballard 2. Mole 2, Britain Ferry 0, Airbus 3, Goitra 0, Cambrian 1, Landidno 2. And Haverfordwest County leading by a goal to 0 at Ammanford.
You can see they're really trying to press them now. With the first half they sat off a little bit, but that press is a lot higher.
Will they leave any space in behind?
That is the risk you take, isn't it, when you do press? Will it create gaps for Haverfordwest to exploit?
McCarthy. Kennyford. Trying to spin his fullback. Kennyford. A tremendous play by the right back, Sylvester. Fires along, Jenkins. Taking no chances, absolutely smashed it into touch. Pendarren have equalised against Carmarthen. 4th tier Pendarren make it 2 apiece against Carmarthen Town. Tommy Morgan swapped the microphones this afternoon. He's on the Welsh. Sean Meredith and Gareth Roberts.
They look like they're having a great time.
The ball, Tommy's not the best with heights either. I would have loved to have been up there when that ball landed on his feet. But Ammanford, in the 65th minute, are well in this game. Their hopes are still high.
Yeah, 1-0, you're still in it, aren't you? And it's another opportunity for them to put the ball in and settle Haverfordwest again.
Adam John. Sylvester does go short. John. Sometimes the short kick doesn't work, Kate. When it's just set up there for you to put in, just put it in. Sylvester, John. That's a great run. Well stopped by Aleric Jones. Shepherd covered every blade of grass this afternoon, by the way. As well as getting on the ball all the time, he's made some good defensive tackles as well.
Yeah, and I think how he's linked the defence and attack just shows his quality.
Fawcett. Kennyford intercepts. Martin. Aleric Jones gets contact. The head tennis begins. Watts. Just gone a little bit scrappy, Kate.
Yeah, again, that vertical ball, I think they need to put more on it and turn the three centre-backs for Haverfordwest. At the moment, like I said, they're going to win every 1v1 header. That's just the type of players they are.
Who's a danger man for me, Adam John. Jenkins intercepts, though. Fawcett will be one-on-one if Yori Humphries can get it up to him. Jenkins in midfield. Kennyford, can he switch play? McCarthy. Hawkins asking for it. Generally cuts inside Hawkins. Edge of the box, Kennyford gets a shot off. Not the greatest shot by Carl Kennyford.
No,
little bit for him. The bobble wasn't great, was it?
I think just be patient. Recycle the ball out wide. Keep moving, Ammanford. That they are starting to tire.
Ben Amoun warming up just in front of us as well, so they could. Big man looks like he's going on. Centre forward, Kate coming on. Great time to come on and get a goal for yourself now, eh? Either striker, Fawcett or Amoun, and to be fair, there hasn't been a lot of gilt-edged chances, but these two can create these two for each other. And
you know, fresh legs again. It's not what you want to see as an Ammanford centre back, is it? Fresh legs coming on.
Hawkins will drop into the centre midfield role now. Harry John's coming off. He's put in a good performance. Harry John again, such a good young prospect. The Cymru Premier's Joe Allen.
Yeah, you can see the way he knits the play. He finds the spaces and just keeps the ball ticking over.
Yeah, brilliant. Gets a pat on the head from his manager. Fantastic to see. Amoun will definitely be a threat. Good football in centre forward. 67 minutes on the clock. Ammanford 0. Haverfordwest County 1. Ammanford, no substitutes as yet, Katie. They've got Josh Hutchins, Harrison Lewis, Adam Orme, Rhys Davis and Llewellyn James on the bench. I think Wynn could be coming to gamble time, Kate.
Yeah, you have to take a risk, don't you?
Yeah, once you get to that 70 minutes mark, he's most probably thinking to himself, the boys have done well, they're still in the game, there's only a goal in it.
How much longer will he wait?
Absolutely, you can almost tell he's going through that thought at the moment. I don't think it'll be long. 15 to go. You've got to either change your shape or throw a sub or two on.
Yeah, do you sacrifice a defender? Push someone up?
Yeah, he has to change it, I think. McCarthy, great ball in behind from McCarthy. Fawcett, his first touch lets him down. That's so unusual for Fawcett.
He's blaming the pitch.
Most probably the best. She's blaming the pitch. No chance, Ben. No chance. We'll have a look now then. No, it wasn't the pitch, son.
No,
it wasn't the pitch. Bowling green like that part of the pitch, Ben. Jenkins.
I don't think he's missed one header this entire game, Jenkins.
He never does. Humphreys, first touch important, second touch, third touch is straight at the goalkeeper, Martin. Luke Martin fires it long. Plenty of work in either dugout. Humphreys gets a touch. Didn't really trouble the goalkeeper. Yeah, the great thing is, Kate, that, as you know, being an ex-player, the cup match is fantastic. Once you get through, if you do get through, you can't wait for the draw.
Yeah, that's the exciting part, isn't it?
It's just fantastic. And going out to the cup is such a sickener when you see a few of your friends, who have you got in the cup, who have you got in the cup? We haven't, we're out. It's a thrill playing in cup football. It's a thrill.
And I think depending on where you are in the league and what sort of season you're having in the league, sometimes it's that welcome break, isn't it, when you go into the cup?
Absolutely, and it could change your season, by the way, if you're having a good run. Kennyford to Watts, the goal scorer. Shepherd, Jones, McCarthy's wide left. May as well, has a chance to do it himself. Jones whips one across the front. Oh, Amun, left-footed volley, says the defender got there before him. Referee says no. Goal kick given.
Yeah,
decent ball in.
Yeah, it's patient play again. It's a great delivery in. The defender does enough, doesn't he? Just to put him off balance so he doesn't have a clear strike on goal.
It was, but Amun got the hook left foot volley off. Is unlucky there, by the way. Watts. Jenkins falls as he pushed, referee. Pennock wanted a foul just in front of us. The fourth says no. I tell you what, Jenkins gets away with one there.
I think he was looking for that. He was looking for any type of contact.
Yeah. Reid may be disappointed because that was a half chance, definitely. His first touch again. It's been key on this pitch, the first touch.
On the line! It's on the line! It's bunched on the line!
Who would be a fourth official, Kate? We're about 3 or 4 yards away from him.
It's very calm, though.
He is very calm. The Wales team. Darlow, Nico Williams, Ben Davies, Joe Roden, Harry Wilson, Brennan Johnson, Roberts, Conor Roberts, James, Harris up top, Sorba Thomas and Sheehan. Interesting lineup. Good luck, lads. Everybody right behind you. It'll be live, 4:30 on Scorio. Will it be Haverfordwest or Ammanford supporters and players enjoying the game? At present, it'll be the Bluebirds. Kennyford. Smart play in midfield again by Morgan Clark. Clark. Invernizzi in the mix as well. Well closed down. It's good pressing from Fawcett. Hawkins. Kennyford. Could have gone over and got the free kick then, I think. Hawkins. Just a little bit of pressure. Yori Humphreys. Can Yori Humphreys deliver? Humphreys, not the worst ball. Great defensive header again by Alice Griffiths. He has headed everything all afternoon in there. Humphreys. Finally gets it across and the goalkeeper Luke Martin collects. They're still in the tie. Ammanford.
I think it's really good defending there. Doing your job, stopping the cross, winning the first header in. Make it really difficult for Haverfordwest to create any clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Tony Pennock in view there. I mean, if it is a cup match, Kate, and 1-0 at the end of the day in the cup is as good as winning 4 or 5-0. It's just about getting through.
Yeah, it's just doing enough just to get through, isn't it? Everyone wants a great performance and lots of goals, but it's just doing enough just to be in the hat for the next round.
Get yourself in the hat. Fawcett wins a header against centre-back. Shepherd. Not the worst ball. Fawcett may have a chance here. Fawcett, as he put it in the back of the net. Ben Fawcett. Whoa, what a clearance. A fantastic clearance by Nicholas Arnold. You know, if you're putting your heart and soul into the game, that's what it's all about. A brilliant clearance by the left-back. Keeps his team in the cup competition.
And I think this just sums up their defensive performance, putting the heart, their body, commitment.
How does he get that off the line, Kate?
He doesn't even make great contact with it, does he?
It's a missed kick and it hits him on the side of the thigh. He goes to kick it off the line, misses his kick. Oh, still a brilliant effort. Brilliant effort from the defender. Well played. Nicholas Arnold. Fawcett didn't have the greatest of contact either, did he, with the volley? McCarthy. Any goal now for the Bluebirds would definitely see him through. Keeper comes and punches again. Martin's done well on him in swinging corners. Hawkins. Sylvester tries to switch play, finds his man as well. Reed. Adam John. Hooked out of play by Alaric Jones. Down to the last 15 minutes, Kate. Don't forget, 90 minutes will be penalties if it was a draw.
I think the pressure will start to build a little bit, because you know at 1-0 they're still in the game.
Sylvester knocks it forward. Not the greatest of touches from the goalkeeper, but he does well getting out of his feet and clears his line fantastically. And Fawcett has leapt again. Good header of a ball for a small player, Ben Fawcett.
I think it's really important that Ammanford know they're pushing forward, but they have to maintain a little bit of balance when the ball is going forward. Make sure they keep that defensive structure.
Yeah, our game started at 2:20, 20 minutes after, so you will see some full-time scores coming through in a minute. Nicholas Arnold, Sean Cresser and Wyn Thomas now discussing a move or two. Not.
No, they have to go for it. You know, they're losing 1-0. Something has to change.
Yeah. Pennock. He hasn't had the easiest of afternoons in front of us.
I'm exhausted watching him.
Shepherd. It's whipped forward. Ammanford is 1 goal away from taking the game to penalties. Oh, that was not bad at all. Ivan Knott. I don't think it's the pitch, I don't think it's the type of game to do it, but he done it and he got away with it really well. Whip back across the front corner. Ammanford throwing bodies forward.
Yeah, this is the momentum they need. Putting pressure on the back three, making them make mistakes, and they win themselves a corner.
And they've everybody in blue back in their own penalty area, and Ammanford have thrown everybody apart from Luke Sylvester into the box. Whipped across. It's a great corner by John again. He's dropped it. It's in the back of the net. It's the big man. It's the number 4, Eros Griffiths. He's had a hell of a game heading the ball afternoon, and when it drops to him on his left peg, he volleys it in from 5 yards to get the equaliser. Ammanford 1, Haverfordwest County 1. Game on with 12 minutes to go.
Game on indeed. And we talk about the delivery. It's a mistake from the goalkeeper, but being alert, staying alive in the box. He's been fantastic defensively, and he's got his rewards at the other end.
Jenkins gets a chance to hook it away, doesn't get the greatest of contact, but the ball falls to Eros Griffiths, 4 yards out, back of the net, it's 1 apiece. The Welsh Cup local derby is on tender hooks now with 10 minutes to go, Kate.
This is what we want. We want the drama.
Modern day, a lot of keepers just elect to punch all the time. We have a firework on the pitch at the moment, that's why the game is held up.
And I think that's what we've seen with Luke Martin. He's punched everything, hasn't he, in his own box. But it's an error by the goalkeeper. And I said, I think the only way they're going to get back into the game is with a mistake, and that's exactly what they've done.
Spot on, Kate. It's 1 apiece. And this now could go either way. Britain Ferry look to be one of the last Welsh Premier clubs to go out. Losing to Mold 2-0. Surely not another scalp here this afternoon. And the way they're coming into this now, Ammanford in the last 10 minutes. They're in the mix, Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. And Haverfordwest showing their frustration, not staying disciplined, and there's another opportunity now for them to set up, send players forward and put the ball in the box.
Pennock has been frustrated all afternoon. You'd be disappointed, being the excellent goalkeeper he was with the goal, the way it was given away.
And I think the fact that it goes to penalties adds to the pressure, doesn't it?
Everybody, I think, Kate, who loves football, except for both benches and the players, would settle for penalties now. It would be a great finish of this game. Edge of the box. Not the greatest shot from Luke Sylvester. But it's the type of thing you're going to take on. It's a fullback, he's 30 yards out. Why not have a blast?
Why not? The crowd's encouraging you to shoot. It's opened up. Fancy your chances. He just wasn't able to keep the ball on the pitch.
Well, there's 81 minutes on the clock. I tell you what, Kate, in about 6 or 7 minutes, good penalty takers could be coming into the substitutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You start thinking about them things. The lift this is given to Ammanford, we're right here, we're present, is a massive lift. The right back just in front of us has had a decent game, Kate. Sylvester.
Yeah,
he's been involved. They haven't had nobody running past him on the left-hand side this afternoon.
He hasn't necessarily had a licence to get forward much, but his defensive duties, he's done really well.
Humphreys knocks it long. Haverfordwest will be pleased to break the mould of the last 5 minutes when Ammanford were penning them in. We watch games all season long, Kate, and we say, oh, the quality of the Cymru Premier fantastic, it's much higher than the Cymru South, and then we're seeing games like this quite regularly in the Welsh Cup this year. Touch from Shepherd, quality touch, quality pass. McCarthy whips it across. The 4 has had a marvellous game, Eros Griffiths. Apart from getting a goal, he's defended everything that's gone in the box.
He's put his head on everything, his clearances. I think his positioning has been fantastic. Invernizzi
gets there first. McCarthy. Every ball now and every kick. Hawkins wants a shot. Has to be.
Foul throw.
Has to be waiting for that to happen. You have to excuse language from the touchline. Frustration. Ammanford definitely pushing. Could be final scores these now. That could go to penalty, 0-0. Penadallen 2, Carmarthen 2. That'll go to penalties. Flint 2, Ballard 2. Airbus 6 going to 1. Cambroyan 2, Landidno 2. There'll be a few penalties taken this afternoon, and there could be penalties taken at the recreation ground. Big moments now. Set plays. 6.5 minutes left of the 90. Adam John once again clips a decent corner in. Jenkins hooks away this time, keeper stayed. Amun fires it forward. Shepherd chases the right back down, and Luke Martin Deals with it quite well. Fawcett. Just did enough, Sylvester, to hold Fawcett up. Shepherd. Watts will try and get it wide. Fawcett, edge of the box. No, it's Kennyford. Amun, can he get the winner? Offside flag goes up. Substitution being made now. Jacob Owen coming on.
I can feel the pressure from the sideline.
Absolutely.
The tension.
It's brilliant position we're in here, by the way, on the gantry, just to let the people know.
And I think, you know, Haverfordwest, they have that weight of expectation where we just assume they're going to go through.
Just flashing across the front again, the scores. Llanelli progress 4-0. Denby progress 3-0. Jacob Owen comes on for Carl Kennyford. TNS beat Cardiff Met by 3-1. Penydarren, Carmarthen 2-all. Trevelyan 1, Connors Key 2. Flint 2, Bala 2. Mole 2, Britain Ferry 1. Airbus 6, Goitra 1. And Cambroyne and Landed 2-all. Britain Ferry are out their final scores, so there's a Cymru Premier team going out. Substitution. Decent game from Morgan Clark. Good performance, very good performance.
It's interesting taking the captain off. Is that a decision, maybe thinking about penalties?
Well, the experienced Adam Orme is coming on. Adam played a lot of Cymru Premier football.
We might not be getting home in time for that Welsh game, you know, Mark.
It was bound to happen, Kate. It was bound to happen. Jenkins heads it away. Watts. You can almost, because we're so close to the pitch as well, Kate, just to let the viewers know, you can almost, like you said, you can almost feel the tension here. It really is tense now at the moment. Nobody's playing any type of free-flowing football, and it just gets summed up there by most probably the player of the day. Shepherd edging one out of the pitch.
I think, you know, we're coming into the last, 4 or 5 minutes of the game. You don't want to be that one who makes that bad decision, that wrong pass, misses that opportunity, so the pressure is definitely building.
Definitely.
I'm not swearing.
When Thomas having a quiet word with the fourth official. Penalties looming. Penalties looming. Owen, Jacob Owen. Can he get his shot off? Gets a pass out to Yori Humphreys. Foul. Definite foul. Humphreys just too late.
Once again, their commitment in defence, timing of tackles, positioning along the back line. You cannot fault their effort and their organisation of Ammanford.
Yeah. Well, the second half performance, Kate, especially the last 20 to 25 minutes, they've earned, they've earned. The goalkeeper for Ammanford, Luke Martin, how many blinding saves has he had to make, which you usually see in big upsets? But I don't think he's had to make many saves, has he?
No, only really from the set pieces has he been under pressure, and he's dealt with them really well.
Sylvester. It's hooked forward by Callum Jones.
This is where you want to minimise any risk.
Oh, yeah, you're just clearing your lines now, Kate. I don't think, of the substitutes, by the way, I don't think so far Ben, Fawcett and, well, keeper does well. Almost makes a mistake by coming out too soon, but he makes up for his mistake.
I really expected Haverfordwest to push on in the second half, but they just haven't had that urgency or that tempo that really you would expect from a team in such great form.
Anything, any goal now is liable to be the winner. They'll change this now because Jacob Owen can fire a long throw in and Jenkins will be the target in there now. Nobody in front of Jenkins, just gets it. Adam Orme just stands in front of him because he'll be the target. Owen headed out. Jacob Owen's a good touch from Owen. You drive into the box, edge of the box. Watts, keeper collects. 2-on-2 at the back, by the way, if the keeper was going to kick it in. Luke Martin. A minute left of the 90. Goalkeepers liable, either one of these two now liable to be the hero. keeps it in play. And a foul, a silly foul given away there by Lee Jenkins. Could be a massive mistake, that.
Yeah, just a rash decision there, lack of discipline. And it's an opportunity now for them to put the ball in the box.
Only 2 minutes added on. That's a surprise. Well, to say there haven't been many substitutes, there haven't been nobody down for an injury. Yeah, just a rash foul to give away from Jenks there. Very unlike him. To be fair to the underdogs, they pushed everybody up again. 9 men in the box. He'll whip it across the front, John. Back post, he's gone. Jenkins makes up for his mistake and heads it away. Watts. Fawcett gets it forward. Another long distance shot, 2 minutes added. Is the break on? No, another good clearance by Luke Sylvester. Jenkins. Adam Orme gets on the ball. Trying to rifle it in. Big chance, he's pulled it through. Great save, keeper makes up for his mistake from the corner. He saved it with his feet, but it was a great save from the goalkeeper. Big save that from young Ivan Knott.
Oh, what an opportunity that was for Reid. We haven't seen a great deal of him. It's a great ball through. Breaks the back line. But what a save by the keeper.
Superb save when you see a second time. They don't get enough credit for them sometimes, goalkeepers. Saves with their feet. That's a brilliant save, Kate. If he goes with his hands, it's in the back of the net. Adam John. He's taking some fine set plays. It looks like going to penalties now. I think we may have 30 other spectators before for the penalty shootout. The rugby's finished. The Ammanford Army, there they go. You're 45 seconds away from penalties. Reid almost claimed the winner. It'll be interesting, Kate. Who wins the toss and whatever, then they'll go to the penalties. I should imagine they'll go down the far end where the crowd are already. Knock goes long. Hooked clear. One last throw. Could be. Jenkins goes forward. Alaric Jones goes forward. Watts goes forward. Jacob Owen, can he deliver? What a time to get a long throw now. First header vital, Kate.
Yeah, but the second ball as well. Who wins that second ball?
It's a great flat throw. Headed away by who else? The goal scorer. And for me, the man of the match, Aros Griffiths. Edge of the box. Watts, left-footed. That is the final whistle at the recreation ground. Ammanford won. Haverfordwest County won. We are going to penalties. Second half equaliser from Eros Griffiths. Makes up from the goal from Ricky Watts in the first period. Don't go away. Myself and Katie will be back for the penalty shootout. We'll just have a couple of minutes and most probably a break or two. You want. Back on for penalties, yeah?
Wel, dyna ni, cicio'r smotyn amdani, felly Siôn, ar ddiwedd y 90. Pwy feddylia, ond Eros Griffiths, chwarae teg, am ffordd I ddod yn ôl i'r gêm hefo 10 munud yn weddill.
Ie, ti'n fe, a mae rhaid i fi yn eiddiannol, Rhyd Aman yn dod ôl yn gyfartal. Fe gelodd Hwlffordd y cyfleuon yn yr ail hanner I fenni'r gêm a gweld y gêm off. Ond yn sicr, sy'n mo tîm Wyn Thomas wedi rhoi y ffidl yn y to yn ystod y ail hanner yna. A blerwch o'r hanner gol geidwad Knott yn penderfynu peidio pwnsio I trial dalu, a hwnna'n rhoi y cyfle i'r dyn I hun rhoi y gêm yn gyfartal yn nawr, cicio o'r smot yw e?
Ie, cicio o'r smot yn amdani. Da ni'n gweld y rheolwr fama, Wyn Thomas yn cael gair efo'i chwaraewyr. Ar adeg fel hyn, Sean, be ydy'r neges? Be wyt ti eisiau clywed fel chwaraewr?
Wel, fel chwaraewr, mae rhaid i fod, mae rhaid i eisiau cymeryd cic o'r smotyn. Mae rhaid i cael y hyder i cymeryd y cic o'r smotyn yna.
Nes ti gymryd un yn y ffeinal rhyw dro?
Nes
ti ddim cymryd cic?
Nes i ddim. Wel, edrych nôl, falle dylwn ni wedi. I fod yn honest, Wyn Thomas misiodd i penalty.
Wel, paid atgoffa fo hynny pnawn ma, Sean.
Ond to be, Nicky, mae'r ddoi dîm ar record arbennig o rhan cicio'r smotyn. 80% gyda y Rhyd Aman, a Holford jyst yn mynd o flaen o 83% o ennill.
Sydd yn stat eitha ryfeddol i'r ddau dîm chwarae teg. Yr eiliad yma rwan, Sean, ar ôl gweld Holford yn rheoli i bob pwrpas yn ystod yr hanner cyntaf, nid falle yn ystod yr ail hanner, o ran y gemau seicolegol yna, yn y lle maen nhw'n feddyliol, pwy sy'n mynd â hif nawr?
So fe, yr unig beth yn feddyliol o rhan gol geidwad Holford oherwydd y camgymeriad yna, yw hwnna dal yn waren i feddwl dyna'r unig beth dwi'n meddwl, felly mantes i Rhyd Aman, gawn ni weld.
Wel, mae'r chwaraewyr yn dod yn ôl ar y maes rhan, felly dwi'n meddwl bod ni mor bell a hynny ffwrdd. Sean, mae'r ddau ohonyn ni yn nerfa i gyd fan hyn. Gadewch i ni ail ymuno hefo'n tîm asl rwebyn ni rwan.
Welcome back to a penalty shootout at the recreation ground. Ammanford 1, Haverfordwest County 1. And here we go, a penalty bonanza. Katie, nervous just, I think you said it's your first penalty shootout, Kate, but it's fantastic feeling, isn't it?
Well, I've been in a penalty shootout as a player, but then when you're a spectator, it just, you can't help but feel nervous for the players, can you?
Absolutely, and Lewis Reed is holding that ball up there, just waiting for the goalkeeper.
And that's the hardest bit, it's the waiting, isn't it?
Well, he's showing confidence doing that, but there's no way I would have gone up there and got the ball and waited there. Ivan Knott is the goalkeeper. 20-year-old Ivan Knott against Lewis Reed, 22-year-old Lewis Reed. Reed with the first spot kick. Reed. Back of the net, Ammanford take a 1-0 lead. Casually puts it in the corner, Kate. What an opening penalty.
Yeah, really composed. Like I said, he had to wait, but he just puts it to the keeper's left. And it's a fantastic start for Ammanford.
And once that penalty goes in, Kate, straight away the pressure is more on the next taker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alaric Jones, a centre-back, strolls up. Left-footed centre-back, Jones against Martin to make it one apiece. Oh, wonderful, wonderful penalty. If you can pick a penalty at any time of a game, that is top draw from the big centre-back.
Yeah, it's a good height, isn't it? Gives the keeper no chance whatsoever, and I always worry about left-footers.
Yeah, well, the two opening men have done their job. Adam Morgan. Pressure on these penalties, immense. Morgan taking the second penalty for Ammanford. Straight down the middle, he held his nerve and went down the middle, beats the goalkeeper. Ivan not just getting a fingertip on it, but it's 2-1 to Ammanford.
Yeah, it's a brave decision when you go down the middle, but he backs himself, sends the keeper the wrong way. And Ammanford with the momentum.
2-1 ahead, the underdogs. Dan Hawkins. Let's not forget that they got through the first round on penalties also. Haverfordwest, they've been through it a few times to get to Europe as well over the last couple of years. Hawkins against Luke Martin. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Just strolled his way to the spot and put in the back of the net. What a wonderful cultured penalty from Dan Hawkins.
Yeah, really calm and composed. And you think, actually, have they been practicing these penalties in the build-up to this game? Because at the moment, fantastic penalties.
Jonathan Invernizzi to take his penalty now. 2 apiece. Plenty of confidence from the takers so far. No luck for the goalkeepers. Invernizzi against Knott. top corner. Top corner not just goes the same way, but it's in the top corner. It's a great penalty by young Jonathan Inverness to put his team 3-2 ahead.
That just shows the confidence that he has. Just put in the top corner. Keeper has absolutely no chance.
Ben Amoun taken 2 so far this season and scored 2. Plenty of experience, the big man. Can he put it 3 apiece? Amoun against Martin. Keeper makes the save. Luke Martin goes to his left and puts it wide. Puts the home team in a massive advantage. Amoun strolled up. Martin wins the duel.
Yeah, he has a really short run up to the ball. It's a great height for the goalkeeper to get down.
It's a good save, by the way.
He actually pushes it onto the post, I think.
Adam Orme with the captain's armband on. He came off the bench only 5 to 10 minutes before the end of the game. Could give his team a 2-goal advantage here in penalties. Orme against Knott. What a save that is. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper. That is right in the corner. That is a brilliant penalty save from the youngster.
He stretched really wide there, didn't he? Guesses which way to go.
How important that could have been, Kate.
I think the pressure was on the goalkeeper there after they've just missed.
That was for the 2-goal advantage, and Ben Fawcett comes up now. The second substitute to try and level the scores. Can Martin be the hero? Can Fawcett bring it back to 3 apiece? Fawcett. Oh, slots it in the back of the net. Coolly slots it in the back of the net. That's a fantastic penalty by a lad who's missed a penalty when they went to Europe. So he ate the pressure up Fawcett, and it's 3 apiece. Adam John took the set plays all afternoon, I think you said, Kate, and he's played really well. John against Knott. Key moments, almost sudden death now. Right in the corner from John. Gave the goalkeeper the eyes and just put it in the side netting. Great penalty.
Yeah, this is, you know, when you take the last pen, the pressure is on, isn't it, to find the back of the net. And it's the corner of the net he finds.
Sudden death. Shepherd has had a fantastic game. If he misses, the underdogs are through. If he scores, we carry on. Shepherd against Martin. How tense can it get? Welsh Cup last 32. Shepherd. Draw level. Draws level. What a penalty. Wonderful penalty. Handled the pressure well, Kate.
Yeah, we've talked about how he's controlled the game and he just steps up. The pressure on his shoulders.
Just love the way he's put his foot through it as well.
Just fires it in, full of power.
Another player who's had a good afternoon, Luke Sylvester. And we're in the territory now that you're not expecting to take a penalty, Kate, once it goes beyond the 5. These the lads may not have expected. Sylvester against Knott. Straight down the middle. He's held his nerve there, by the way. You're at sudden death and you planted it down the middle. That's a great penalty, Kate.
That's brave. Like you say, we're into the territory now where maybe not your usual penalty takers are stepping up.
Kate, I don't know whether I would have had the guts when I was playing to put him down the middle like that. That is a brave penalty.
And this is the hardest bit, walking to the penalty spot.
Jacob Owen. Jacob Owen against Martin. The third substitute, Jacob Owen. Can he find the back of the net to equalise for the Bluebirds? Owen. In the back of the net. It had to be an excellent penalty because the goalkeeper went the right way. But it's all square. It's 5 apiece.
Yeah, fingertips, I think, there from the goalkeeper. But there's enough power and pace on the penalty to find the back of the net.
Great penalty by young Jacob Owen. It is a long walk. Callum Thomas. Callum Thomas He's had a decent game. Thomas against Knott. Yeah, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way again. It goes in the back of the net. There's a lot of young players standing up to the mark here this afternoon.
I mean, you can practice and practice penalties, but to recreate what it feels like to stand there on the spot and have that pressure on you, it takes a lot of nerve.
And at the moment, that pressure is on Ricky Watts. He's got the goal in the game. Luke Martin just has a look at him, gives him the eyes. Watts against Martin to keep the Bluebirds in the cup. Oh, brilliant penalty again by Watts. The keeper has absolutely flown the right way, but he put enough pace on it. Good penalty, Ricky Watts, 6-all.
Yeah, and he puts his foot right through it, doesn't he? He's going for power there. The keeper goes the right way, but there's too much on it.
Look at the heartache on the faces of the Ammanford players. And he is the goal scorer. He's had a brilliant game. Eros Griffiths. Griffiths against Knott. Puts it in the corner, whether it was in the right in the far corner or not. He kisses his badge. He's hit the back of the net, the big man.
Well, I was watching him walk to the spot and he was limping. I was a little bit worried, but
opens his feet up well and puts it in the corner.
He's been fantastic this whole game.
Kyle McCarthy, with all his experience, goes up to take one. I think he's taken a few in playoffs for Cardiff Met in the past. This will be his first one for Haverfordwest County. McCarthy against Knott. Kyle McCarthy. Kyle McCarthy goes down the middle. This penalty taken. These players are showing plenty of guts as they're taking these penalties, by the way. Some quality kicks. And McCarthy produced a quality one then. 7-all.
We could be here all night, Mark.
Yeah, we might get injury time of the Wales game now, Kate. Left backs taking penalties now. Nicholas Arnold. Always difficult for the defenders to go up and take a penalty. Pressure on now. Arnold against Knott. Arnold just simply puts it either side of the goalkeeper again. It's asking a lot of players who've not expected to take penalties to walk up like this now, Kate. At this level, in front of a decent crowd, you've got to hold yourself together. And it's Yori Humphreys' turn to do it now. It's the 9th penalty, by the way, so we'll be closing in on the goalkeepers soon. Humphreys, Yori Humphreys against Martin. Martin casually strolling up. Humphreys from 12 yards to keep the Bluebirds in the contest. Humphreys puts it in the corner. Wonderful penalty from the youngster. Lots of pressure on Yori Humphreys and he deals with it perfectly.
Yeah, it's another great penalty, isn't it? Really calm. Doesn't necessarily have to go right in the corner, sends the keeper the wrong way.
Another centre half up to take a kick. Callum Jones. It's the last outfield player now before the goalkeepers. Callum Jones taking on Ivan Knott. 8-all at present. Jones. What a penalty from the big centre half. It's an incredible penalty taking.
Yeah, when you find the side netting, you know it's a great penalty.
And that is side netting, by the way.
Keepers are not going to stop them.
Big man Jenkins. Lot on his shoulders now. Been a revelation this season so far. Martin in goals. Will know one save will put his team through. Jenkins knows back of the net and they're all level. Jenkins against Martin. Rifles it in. Keeper goes the right way. Gets two hands on it, but Jenkins, his power, puts it in the back of the net. And for me, that's the way to take penalties.
Oh, the keeper will be frustrated there. Just couldn't get enough on it just to parry it wide.
It's goalkeeper against goalkeeper. Luke Martin strikes a good ball, by the way. Does strike a good ball against Ivan Knott. Martin First of the keepers to take a penalty. Oh, Martin has absolutely skied it. Skied it, sky high. What can you do? What can you do? What can you say?
Well, what he does have an opportunity now is to get back on the line and keep his team in it.
Puts his foot through it and it flies over the top of the bar. And as you said, Kate, has a chance to redeem himself, Martin. And young Ivan Knott has a chance to make himself the Bluebirds' hero of the afternoon. Cannot put the Bluebirds into the next round. Puts them in the next round, Ivan Knott. Haverfordwest County win 10-9 on penalties against Ammanford. 1-1 after 90 minutes, 10-9 on penalties. Kate, what a tremendous penalty shootout.
Yeah, and what a fantastic game, and we've seen a really competitive game. Late drama in the penalties. Ammanford should be really proud of their performance, and Haverfordwest have just done enough to get through.
Luke Martin very unlucky there with a penalty. Not held his nerve at the end to give him the win. The winners on the afternoon are
Sean, dwi'n meddwl bod ni wedi teimlo bob emosiwn am rollercoaster o ddiweddglo yma ar y rec.
Ie, mae'n greulon yn nhw eto. Fy'n ti'n cymryd mor bell yna, yn wedyn yn cicio smotin. Wedys i bod y ddoi dîm ar record arbennig o dda o rhan cicio smotin. Ti ddim misio neb i golli bron.
Na, yn sicr, da chi'n gorfod teimlo dros Rhydaman hefyd.
Ie, nes yn arbennig o dda i cael ei hunain nôl mewn i'r gêm yn yr ail hanner. Siŵr bydd Wyn Thomas yn siomedig, ond hefyd yn hynod browd o'i dîmau.
Wel, mae yna gêm arall yn dilyn ni rwan wrth gwrs. Y fater bach o Twrci yn erbyn Cymru. Hynny sydd yn dilyn ni, ond o Rhydaman ac o'r rec pnawn 'ma. Diolch yn fawr iawn am fod yn gwmni ni.